Okay, so I'm not gonna be on here long. Okay, I don't intend on being on here long. The only way that I'll be on here long is if I allow people to call in like I did the last time I went live and vented about my feelings or what have you. You know what I mean? But I'm very disturbed right about now with people and their comments and their generalizations and all of this other stuff. And I feel like every other week I have to go live and defend myself. Or every other day I got to make a post on my community wall and defend myself. Every fucking day. Okay? And it's crazy to me how people can judge you based off of a fucking reality show, based off your opinion on a fucking reality show. It's really becoming too much for me, period. To the point to where I don't even want to talk about this fucking show anymore. Like straight up. And it's just to the point to where I don't even be looking for shit. Like I wasn't even looking to see none of this, but I saw it anyway. So I was on Twitter and I just so happened to see Erica Dinero because we follow each other on Twitter. And I think someone had asked for suggestions on some other YouTube reviewers to watch Potomac reviews on, people that are non-biased. And I know one of the girls that was suggested was a girl that Nisi referred me to because when we thought that Jamie wasn't going to come on Monday night because she was sick, I was going to ask said female to come on the panel in her place. Um, it was her, it was Rodney, and I know someone suggested Erica. So I saw the entire thread, and when I saw my name being mentioned in this fucking thread, I was like, wait a minute. Not only was I mentioned, but I know that Ashley was mentioned. I know that Color Me Pink was also mentioned as well. And the thing that really got me was when this chick, I'm not even gonna put her Twitter name out there, but this chick mentioned my name and gonna say that where is it? Because I don't want to miss quote her ass on what she said, but I didn't like what she said because I just felt like that was crazy. Hold on one second. She didn't like what I said in regards to the colorism conversation on my video. She felt like I was in denial. Um, it was swept under the rug, and it was just an illogical reason, so to speak, to defend unneeded violence or whatever. That's what she said. Not only did she say that, but she also had a couple of people to co-sign some of the shit that she was saying. Um, she don't like the fact that I call black women bitches, and she said that when she was looking at one of my reviews today, she was like, what she said, she said it made her question me, and as far as if I feel like black women are beneath me. It's stupid shit like that that really gets under my fucking skin. All of this over a damn reality show. Like no one had an issue with me saying these same damn terminologies when I was talking about Evelyn Lozada and Shawnee O'Neal last year. Everybody was here for me dragging them. No one gave a fuck about the bitch word then. No one cared about that then. But now that we're on Potomac, it's a different story. I've been the same damn person from the very motherfucking beginning. Okay? Like straight up. I don't feel like anyone, especially black women, are beneath me. I never felt that way. I don't feel like anyone is beneath me. That's number one. I hate how people look at these reviews for 15 to 20 minutes and they think that they know something about you. But then when you respond to their comments about you on Twitter, they have nothing to say. When you defend yourself, they have nothing to say. Nothing. Yes, my comments about colorism, I didn't even say too much. All I said was I don't like Wendy because I don't like Wendy. It ain't got nothing to do with colorism. It's just what it is. I just don't like her. I feel like she's off-putting. I think she's an elitist. That's why I don't fucking like Wendy. It ain't got nothing to do with colorism. And it's just like whatever. Like that's how I felt. The only reason why it may have come across like I was dismissing it or I was just shifting it under the rug is because I've been accused of being colorist all motherfucking season just because I don't like Wendy, just because I'm holding Candace accountable for her part in the fight. Like, I've been called a colorist for that. So that's why I didn't really give a fuck enough to talk about this whole colorist conversation, honestly, because I've been accused of being a colorist for no fucking reason. But it really got too far when she said this chick said that all I do is sit up and call women bitches on my videos. She claimed she been watching me for a long time. Can't be. Couldn't watch me for a long time, like she claims she did. Because what she fails to understand is that not only that, I call men bitches too. Ain't nobody against being called a bitch, so I don't know what the hell she's talking about. And please don't start coming in here telling me to have thicker skin because I normally have thick skin, but when you've been attacked all goddamn season about your damn opinion, it becomes a bit too much. When you got people making all these accusations against you, saying that you this and that you that, it becomes too much. It's beyond thicker skin. I have every right to defend myself. Every right to defend myself. That was just too much. Now I think that black women are beneath me. And then I guess there was another gay guy in the comments, and he also said, I'm a gay male and I don't like his commentary. I see right through the BS. He hates black women. I had to unsubscribe. Like, really? Talking about he didn't like the verbiage that I used, so he had to unsubscribe from me too. And all of this other stuff. And what she said, she said, I watched his review today and it made me question if he sees black women as beneath him. I don't know how anybody can get on a platform and go out their way to call women everything but their name and feel it's okay because it's their opinion. These opinions and people aren't good for the culture. It's just like I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, just like they can, but what they're saying is a bunch of bullshit. Because in the same breath, you say that I feel like black women are beneath me, but nobody tends to see that I've defended black women quite a bit on my channel. One of my videos that I posted today was defending a black woman when Mano was talking about Kate Michelle's um, alleged body odor. I defend black women all the time on my channel. I never go for a man attacking a black woman. Like I never go for that. And that shit really bothers me. And we can all say that I need to have thick skin, but it's like when people say shit like that, like it goes beyond people's opinions about me. It's the fact that people are now questioning my character as a person now. That's when it becomes too much for me. When people get to questioning my character as a damn person. That's where I draw the line at. Like when you sit up and you say that I disrespect black women, it's too much for me. Seriously. It's way too much for me. Like for real. It is. Like you saying that I'm colorist. You're saying that I disrespect black women. I just don't understand where that comes from. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. It's just like I said. It was fine for me to go in on Evelyn It was fine for me to go in on Tammy. It was fine for me to go in on Shawnee. But the moment I have an opinion on Candace or Wendy or someone like that, I'm a colorist. I disrespect black women. I'm illogical. I promote violence. I do this. I do that. That's when it becomes an issue for me. That's when it becomes an issue for me. Now I'm all about black. Now I'm all against black women. Now I'm a misogynist, and now I think that black women are beneath me and all this other shit. Really? If I was spending all my time, it's like because I held Candace and Monique accountable for their actions in the fight, instead of saying I'm Team Monique or I'm Team Candace. Instead I decided to be objective about the whole thing. It's an issue. Now it's an issue because I decided that I wasn't going to take a team. I feel like they're both responsible. It's crazy to me. I just can't get with that. I feel like if I was all the way 100% Team Candace, I wouldn't even be dealing with this stuff. And like I keep saying, truth be told, I don't even go in on Candace half as much as I go in on Giselle and Robin. So it's like, I don't get it. I can't. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's crazy to me. Like for real. Like I have spent a lot of my and most of my viewing audience are women. So a lot of the times when I say the word bitch, it's not meant in malice. It's not meant in malice at all. Jamar, you want to come on, or are you busy? It's like it's redundant at this point. Like I call men bitches. The word bitch ain't just exclusive to no fucking woman. Are you serious? Like I said, I wasn't even looking for this shit. Like I just so happened to be on Twitter minding my own business, and I saw this thread and I just knew that my name would be fucking mentioned in this. Just like Ashley's name. But what's so crazy about it is that with all of this going on, I have gained over like what 200 subscribers over the last couple of weeks. So I mean over the last couple of days. It's just crazy to me. Like it's just ridiculous to me, and I just can't stand that shit. Like my whole character is being questioned over a goddamn show. Like it's my commentary. So now, because a person doesn't agree with something that you say or something like that, that particularly means that they're a bad person. Now I'm misogynist and I'm a colorist, and I think that black women are beneath me. Okay, okay. I don't need a break from social media. I don't need a break from a damn thing. What I need a break from is this fucking show. Because I was doing just fine until this show happened, until this fight happened. and I'm not gonna be fine until it's all over. So yeah. I'm going to put the link in here and I'm gonna let people say their piece to me. I want people to give their honest. The reason why I'm putting this link in here is because to give you guys a chance to say your honest opinion about my content. If you think I'm a colorist, if you think I think that black women are beneath me, if you think I'm a misogynist, you can go ahead and say that shit today. Um, or say exactly what you think. I'm gonna let you guys come on. You don't have to show your face at all. You don't have to. You can just speak through the speaker. I'm gonna let one person come in at a time, and I'm gonna let y'all say y'all piece today. Since I'm a colorist, and since I hate black women and all this other stuff, despite the fact that I've defended black women against men quite a bit on my channel. Oops. Despite all that, the link is in the chat. Don't be afraid to come on. I'm not gonna curse nobody out if that's what you think, because I'm not. I've done this before and it went quite well. So you can click the link. I'll let you on. And like I said, you don't have to show your face or nothing like that. You just come on, give me your thoughts on this whole topic, and then we can move on. I think someone is trolling you because that's not your vibe. That's all I'm saying. I ain't never felt like when I do my reviews on these shows, I don't go into this shit saying I'ma cuss these bitches out because I think that they're beneath me. Like I don't think black women are. I don't think anyone is beneath me at all. I don't think anyone is beneath me. Even with YouTubers, I don't even think YouTubers are beneath me. Like, I don't think anyone is beneath me. It's just like when people give me this high acclaim about me being on YouTube and how I'm giving other people opportunities and stuff like that, and I never take myself that fucking seriously because I don't think that I'm just all that in a bag of chips. I just don't. Like I have never been that type of person to think that anyone is beneath me or to think that I'm above anybody. I've never felt that way. Never been like that ever in life. I think someone is coming in. So let me let them in. Hold on 1 second.
Can you hear me,
Okay,
Scotty?
Miss Williams, you're on.
I know I can barely hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now I can hear you. My earphones was messing up. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first off, I love you. Okay, you give me life. I've been watching you for like 5 years. You're not a colorist. I feel like you're a real ass person. I know a lot of Aquariuses, a lot of them. Y'all are real. That's just what it is. Y'all like what y'all like. Y'all don't like what y'all don't like. That's just what it is. Now, for all these people coming on here talking about you're a colorist and you don't like black women, like where y'all see that at? Because I don't see that. I don't see that at all. When I watch you, literally, I be depressed and mad and shit. I put you on. I'm happy. I'm lit. You give me life. Like, swear to God, you give me life. Stop. Stop doing. Stop. I don't know the words, but don't let these people get to you. Fuck them. I'm from Sacramento, California. We are real out here. We don't take none of that stupid ass bullshit, getting on the internet saying this whole negative ass bullshit to you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You are a cool ass dude. I didn't see you for 5 years, literally. Like the first time I ever talked to you, I had to get your opinion on something about my stepdaughter who actually died literally right after I talked to you, which is crazy as
Oh,
fuck.
wow.
Yes, so I never really got on Instagram and talked to you again because literally I've been fucked up because of that. But when I talked to you, like you helped me so much, and I was able to get a little bit of peace, with my stepdaughter before she left, which was crazy because of you. So my whole thing is, don't stop doing what the fuck you're doing. Keep doing it. Please keep doing it. You give me life. I share your stuff on Facebook, Instagram. I'm stay bragging about you. Like all my homegirls is like, oh yeah, we tuning in. I'm tuning in. Yes, please tune in because he's real. Like you're one of the realest YouTubers in Bondi. Bondi's hella real. I love Bondi. I wish I'd be able to talk to Bondi. I hope I'll be able to talk to Bondi. Like literally, y'all celebrities to me. So keep up the good work. Fuck these haters. Do you? And just
Thank you
because you're
so
gay don't
much.
mean shit. You fine as fuck. So it is what it is. Now they keep coming at you. They gonna have to get at me because I'm gonna be up under every post going in.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And
You're
again,
welcome.
sorry about your stepdaughter. I never knew that that even happened. I
I
remember those
know. I didn't
conversations.
get back on there and say anything because it really fucked us up because literally she got hit by a car in front of our apartments, like right after.
Oh my God.
Yes, like right after we had a little argument, probably like a couple of hours later. We squashed it a little bit, said, basically kept it cordial, and then she left and died. That fucked me up for a long time. And it's been 5 years now, so but thank you so much for letting me get everything I had to get out because I don't want you to stop doing YouTube. I really don't. Please keep doing YouTube. Keep dragging these bitches. That's just what it is. They get on reality TV to be fucking dragged. Be on your best motherfucking behavior if you don't want nobody to drag you. Period. Thank you though.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Somebody else is up. Let's see. The person that's backstage, for some reason, I cannot. It says your device is not connected. So, oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Oh, hey, Scotty.
Okay, Aaron, you're on here. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on my lunch break real quick, but I had to holler at you. I'm working from home. But I was going to tell you, no, you don't need to be feeling down about these comments because every comment you get, there's 100 other people behind you who support you and who agree with what you're saying because exactly how you stated, and I was leaving some comments that, like, for example, you talk about Evelyn, you talk about Shawnee, you talk about the Green Eye Bandit, and people don't have a problem with that. You can't come across when we're talking about Wendy or when we're talking about Candace or Monique or whoever it is and have a problem with that because I was saying Candace Candace and Monique and Wendy, they did all show a particular side, especially Wendy and Candace. They were very aggressive during the whole time, so you can't be mad when you get called out.
Right. It's like for me, the issue that because people be saying because I got those comments in this chat when I first started going live today. And they were like, well, you should have thicker skin. It's not the fact that I don't have thick skin because I've been doing this for way too long. Like I have been told that they hope I get raped. I've been told that
No.
I look like I got AIDS. Like I've been all because I may have said something unfavorable about someone that they
Right.
like. So I've
Right.
been getting I've gone past those comments are way worse than the ones that I'm getting now. To have someone tell you that they hope you get raped, you and your brother and all this other stuff, like I have
That's
gotten
horrible.
past comments like that before, so it's not even about
Yeah.
not having no thick skin. It's about the fact that my character is in question at this point. Like now, I'm being called a colorist. No one wants that
Well,
label
that's
on
what I
them.
was trying to say. Like, as a black woman, I'm telling you, and like, you have a whole bunch of supporters behind you. But really, when you get those comments, no, that's not true. Because if I call everybody out on an equal playing field, just because I call a dark skinned woman out for acting that way, that doesn't make somebody a color. And I am
Exactly.
a dark skinned woman, so I can say that.
Not only am I being called a colorist, but I'm also being accused of thinking that black women in particular are beneath me, and that's not true
Mhm.
at all. I don't
Yeah.
like. I feel like if you really watch my videos and if you really been a fan of mine or a supporter, because I don't like to use the word fan, really been a supporter of mine for the last couple of years, you would know that I defend black women quite a bit. I just did a video today about K Michelle and Mano, and I defended her against Mano. I didn't like how Mano was going. Like, if I was really feeling like women are beneath me, I do those same things that Mano does. Talk about a woman in her personal hygiene, or speak of women
Right.
in a certain manner like that. And I don't do that. I've never spoken on a woman's vagina or anything of that nature. Only thing that I've ever called out is what the fuck they do on this show. And granted, yes, I use the word bitch quite a bit. I call everyone a damn bitch, except for my fucking mother. I call everyone a bitch. Even men get called bitches over here, so anybody can get the bitch word. It's really not that serious. And even in my real life, I call my straight male friends bitches. They don't get upset because it's me. They know that
It's a
I
part
don't
of
mean
vernacular. It's a part of the vernacular.
like they don't think that there's like they don't get mad and they'll be like, listen, you better be glad it's you because if it was somebody else, then they know that it's not anything to be disrespectful. That's just the way
Right.
that I speak. But it's kind of like people are so quick to judge or to say things and make you out to be someone that you're not. The only reason why it bothers me, and I'm one of the I can be the first to admit it because some YouTubers don't own up to the fact that certain things bother them, but I have stood firm on being 100% transparent and 100% honest. It
Mhm.
does bother me when people try to say that I'm a colorist and I don't see color. But when I
Mhm.
say that, well, when when he was talking about the colorist conversation, he sounded just like a white person when they try to defend their racial remarks. But I've never said anything
No.
that's colorist to
Yeah, you
any.
didn't say that's not talking about somebody's character is not colorist. If you get on TV and act in a certain manner, then I'm gonna call you out for acting in that manner. That's not colorist.
That's
That's
not
not
colorist at
colorist.
all. That's not colorist
Yes.
at all. Or even with the fight with Monique, I always stated that she was wrong for putting her hands on
Right.
Monique. But I also decided to be objective and say, speaking from my own personal experiences, when I and speaking for myself, because I can't speak for Candace and I cannot speak for Monique. I can only speak for Scotty in the situations that he's been in. I've been in a physical altercation before. Not that many. It may seem like I've been in a lot of them, but I have not been in a lot of them. But I've been in physical altercations before. And I've been in situations where it could have been physical. But when I knew that I didn't want to fight, I knew I didn't want no smoke, I
Back that
simply
shit
I
up.
simply walk away. I'm not gonna tell you if
Exactly.
someone has been in my face and they have told me that they was gonna kick my ass. I did not ask. I did not tell them what kick my ass. Then, if I knew I didn't
Right.
want them to kick my ass, I'd be like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. For this. For this. I'm just go
And
on
I
by my.
just feel like Candace is very, she's very immature mentally, and all of that she does, it'll keep getting her in the same positions. A lot of people would have done a lot worse, to be honest. But with her and her, I guess her audience, her fans, whatever, I feel like most of that rhetoric is coming from them, and I feel like they have a same type of energy that a lot of Kenya fans have. Is that it's all or nothing? But that's not the way it is. But I would just
Yeah,
let you know that don't be stressing yourself out over this because, like I said, as many comments as you have that don't like you, it's 100 more people that do like you. So I just needed to let you know that real quick that you got a lot of support out here, And the vast majority of us have common sense and don't think any of this foolishness about you.
Well, I appreciate you. So, did you come up here the last time?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, I could have sworn I saw somebody on air come up here.
I was like, I have to let you know. I was like, nah, this is some foolishness. Nah, he don't need to be stressing himself out over this at all.
Well, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. I just opened up this line just to be like, you know what? I just want y'all to know, like, if y'all think I'm a colorist and I'm just a misogynist, please let me know right now, and we can move on.
No, dark skinned black woman speaking. I can speak on the topic, so I had to come in and let you know.
All right, thank you. Somebody else is trying to come in now, but thank
No
you so much.
problem. No problem.
All right. Let's see.
Oh,
Bab0485 now. What's going on?
I just wanted to reiterate what Aaron was saying. Nobody who's actually logical thinks that you're colorist or that you're hateful or anything like that. People are like super invested in these reality TV shows beyond what's mentally normal, you know? And it's getting to a point that it's making it not enjoyable to watch.
Or review. Because it's
I
like
bet. I don't know how I honestly don't know how y'all do those reviews. And then I'm looking at the live chats that y'all do and the vitriol that people are putting in the chat and stuff. It's so unnecessary.
See, here's the thing. Okay? Like before the reunion, a little bit before the finale rather, I had a friend of mine that I don't know if you saw that live or not, but I had a friend of mine, his mother had died.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and that morning, it was the week of Thanksgiving, as a matter of fact. That morning, I was trying to watch a couple of videos to boost up my spirit because I was down and out. So I was looking at Erica Dinero's video, and then I was reading the comments as she was going on, and I saw people name check me and name check Funky Dineva and all those other black men and say all this reckless shit about us and how they unsubscribe and how we're all pathetic. So I'm like, okay, let me get up off of here. So then I went to Rodney's video and I watched his, and then it was the same shit. But then today I was on Twitter and again I follow Erica Dinero. She tweets quite a bit, and it was like this thread that she was in. I guess they were asking about other YouTubers that they could watch. And somehow, some way, my name was mentioned, and I was accused of being colorist. I was accused of being like disrespectful, like hating black women, feeling like black women are beneath me. And it's just crazy to me how
they repeat that about any black male blogger that they don't agree with, though.
Yeah,
and then they'll put that on black female bloggers too.
yeah. Or he says the word bitch too much for me. Any woman that he doesn't like, he calls them everything but they name. I call
the
everybody.
People on these shows call people out their names.
They call each other. They call each other bitches on this show. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the big deal with me saying it. Like I just said to the caller before, like it doesn't matter. Like if I say the word bitch, it's not a negative thing when I'm saying the word bitch. It's just like when you saying the word nigga, it's really we're not really supposed to be saying it, but a lot of the times we say it as a term of endearment or whatever, and you know when it's meant to be disrespectful.
It's absurd to me. Even if it was in a negative way, we're watching TV shows that are literally built off of negativity, but mad because somebody said a word.
Yeah, or for me, I honestly feel this way. They were fine with me when I was calling Evelyn all kinds of bitches, calling Shawnee all kinds of bitches, all of that other shit. But now that I'm over here with the Potomac girls and I'm using the same verbiage that I've been using, now it's the issue. Now I don't like black women. Now I'm a colorist and all of this other stuff. So
yeah, you all the bad things when somebody they like.
But when I was doing this same shit, when I'm talking about basketball wives and when I'm talking about love and hip hop, it's y'all for it when we talking about that. Y'all for all, y'all want to get on your high horse and talk about violence this and violence that when we on Housewives. But
Right.
when we're talking love and hip hop and basketball wise, y'all be ready for somebody to throw their hands at somebody.
Exactly.
Y'all be entertained by that shit. So what's the difference over here? And even then, it's just like we say over here, Candace can say whatever she wants to say. She can be reckless at the mouth all she wants. That doesn't mean that she's supposed to get her ass beat. Okay, fine. When we're watching Love and Hip Hop, and we all know, if y'all been watching me for years, like a lot of y'all say y'all have, y'all know I love, 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 love K Michelle. K Michelle has a reckless ass mouth,
Yep.
but hindsight, when we're watching that show, a lot of people feel like she need to get her ass beat because her mouth is the way that it is. So which one is it? I'm just trying to understand
It's
what the
people getting overly invested in these reality TV stars. You know,
right.
they feel so attached to these people who they don't know and who don't know them that they're literally going and attacking people for not agreeing with them about those people. It's weird to me.
And what's crazy is the person that said the shit that she said on Twitter. I addressed her on Twitter. I didn't curse her out. I
Mhm.
addressed her. Of course, she didn't have anything to say. They never have anything to say when you address them. They never have anything to say because it's funny to me because I see people coming at me all the damn time. But when I respond,
Oh no,
it
why did you respond? Why'd you say anything like that?
What makes us not want to watch you? You're not professional. But you have the right to say whatever it is you want to say to me and call me all kinds of names and all this other crap, but I can't defend myself. That
and
is so
and that's
crazy.
why you need to ignore those people because it's like they're like kids. They want to sit there and poke and poke and poke and poke and poke, and then get mad when they get a reaction. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like I've been like people like even when we do our panels, people come in out of the blue and attack us every other day, and we constantly. It's like we have to walk around on eggshells when we're reviewing Housewives of Potomac at this point. We can't say too much that we can't say too much without pissing everybody off at this point. So it's
That
just like,
last panel, I literally got mad in the chat because it's like, why? First of all, why are we still arguing about how that fight started and all that sort of stuff? It's been how many episodes? Why is that still an argument? And secondly, people were getting so dang intense. It's like, why? Why are y'all so intense over a TV show?
amongst people that you're never gonna meet. Oh,
Exactly.
my favorite line: Monique is paying you, child. Where is the check at?
Right.
I've never had no conversation with Monique. I don't. We don't even. She don't even follow me on fucking Instagram.
And they love coming up under there and attacking Bondi because Bondi did talk to Monique. And it's like, you don't know these people still. If apparently you ain't watched Bondi because even if she didn't like the lady, she would say that.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous, is what it is, and it's like it's at the point where I almost don't even want to go into the lies and things like that because nobody wants to read all of that all the time.
Yeah, it's like it's like this for me. Everybody says to us, even when we're on the live, everybody says to us, y'all don't need to be acknowledging their comments. It's true, we should not acknowledge their comments. That's most definitely true. We really shouldn't. But at the same time, it's easy for you to say because you're not the one that's getting this shit every
That's
damn
true.
day. It's
It has to be draining.
yes, it's every damn day. It's something every fucking day. It's
And
to the
it's
point
gotten worse over the years because people used to be mad about the Kenya Portia stuff, but it didn't get to this level.
right, like, and back then I was pro Porsche. I was all for Porsche dragging the shit out of Kenya back then, and people were mad about that too. But then
Hmm.
when my feelings towards Porsche changed, they were mad at me for that too. So it's like at the end of the day, I can't win for losing at the end of the day. But it's just like when people, but it's also funny at the same time because people say all this shit, how they unsubscribe from me, how they can't take me, but I got like 200 new subscribers over the last couple of days.
And
So
the people who are mad stay in the live video chats.
it's like okay, so you mad at me and for what? I gained all these new subscribers, basically off not being real. I gained new subscribers off my last Potomac review, off the panel, and off some other video that I did. And the panel, and the fact that we do the panel every week helps all of us out with subscribers. To be quite honest, because we all get new subscribers every week from that fucking panel. So people can say whatever they want to say about the panel. It helps us. It's a win-win for everybody involved.
And apparently people are watching it because the numbers for the panel keep going up.
Exactly.
But that's people for you. That's all I wanted to come on and say, though. I have been watching your channel for years, and it's good to see your channel keep growing and all of that stuff. And it's crazy to watch the negativity that's come with this particular TV show. It's insane.
Right. Well, thank you for coming on. I got like 2 people behind you, so I don't want to take up all the time. But thank you for coming on.
I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Oh, I will. After I get off of here, I won't be thinking about this no more.
All right, bye. Okay, Brandy, you're on.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Well, I ain't gonna say good. I'm irritated, but I'm still good though.
Don't be irritated. Don't be irritated, sweetie. So listen, I don't think you're a colorist at all. Okay, I don't think you're a colorist at all. My frustration is that over the course of this of Potomac, I have seen some colorism. And I think sometimes when I see the reviewers or the people who are making these reviews, they're not having a full conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? I think Potomac has become so divisive. And I think that's why people are so in their feelings and emotions, because I feel like if you're going to have these conversations about colorism on a reality television show, be honest about it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's funny to me how Wendy was considered aggressive, but it wasn't too long ago when Ashley and Karen were having a argument at that little barn or whatever when Monique was pregnant, and Karen wasn't called aggressive. She wasn't labeled aggressive. Ashley this whole time wasn't. She literally has done the same thing Candace has done, but has never been labeled aggressive. So right. I think that's where the sensitivity comes in, and nobody wants to it seems like everyone just wants to gloss over it and not be honest because they really just don't like Candace. I mean, I really don't care for no one in Potomac, to be quite honest with you. I can take them or leave them, but I mean, I have to call a spade a spade. How come we praise, the women for being married to rich men, but we down Wendy for having 4 degrees? Yes, it's annoying. She keeps bringing it up, but I'm not going down her for being an educated Black woman, because we don't see that a lot on these Real Housewives franchises. So I think that's where the sensitivity come in. As far as people making rude comments, I know people have already told you this before. I just wouldn't feed into it because it'll drive you crazy and it'll make you want to curse everybody out.
You're not lying about that, because I feel bad too. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel bad, because sometimes when people comment on my stuff, because I read all the comments. I may not have the time to respond to everybody, but I do read the comments.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can take things out of context. I'm human. I can take things out of context. I know I can. Like when I'm already irritated about a topic at hand already, it annoys me sometimes when I see somebody coming, saying something, and then I'm like, oh my God, like it's just because I feel like I hate to repeat myself. I don't know if it's an Aquarius thing, but I hate to repeat myself. So a lot of the times when I'm already irritated, I be on defense. So sometimes sometimes people in the comments really don't be meaning no harm. It's just that I go straight in for the kill because I've already been attacked all damn day, all damn week. So now you bring your ass up here. Now you want to say something. Now you finna get all this work now, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's mainly what I've already been getting. So you right about it driving people crazy. Because it's been driving me crazy a lot since this fight even happened. It's been driving me fucking crazy. And a lot of the times people get on my nerves. And when I read some things that sound similar to what the person that I probably blocked already just said, and they probably didn't even mean it in the same context, I go,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not right. It's not cool. And if I ever came at anybody in the chat like that, it really ain't had nothing to do with you. I'm just already irritated by this whole thing already. Now, when it comes down to the colorism thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm ignorant to the conversation because I've never experienced it, nor
Yeah.
have I ever been a colorist or ever looked at color in any given situation. Like I've never looked at a situation and judged the person based off the color of their skin. I've never done that. So that's why when I talked about it on my video, it came across as if I was sweeping it under the rug or pushing it to the side. But it was probably is part of it is because I've already been accused of being a colorist, so I'm kind of over the topic already. So that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
why I've already it comes across like I'm just dismissing it. But at the same time, I don't understand it because I don't look at things like that. Like when I say someone is aggressive, I don't give a fuck if you're dark skinned or you're light skinned. If you're being aggressive towards me, then I'm gonna
Right.
be aggressive towards me. It ain't got nothing to do with the skin tone. But again, that's my ignorance to the situation because I've never experienced colorism before. I don't know what, just like I've hardly ever experienced racism before. So when
Mm-hmm.
I've never experienced this type of thing, I'm not gonna understand.
And I'm glad you're being open to it and at least having a conversation because people will flat out, I'm dark skinned and people will flat out tell me that I'm tripping, I don't experience it and all this other stuff. And Candace she ain't innocent either. She says a lot of anti-black stuff in my opinion to me. So to me none of them are innocent, but at the time it was all about colorism. So I just felt like people were kind of dismissing Wendy and Candace's gripe. But I'm glad that you're open about it and that you're admitting to some things. I don't think you should be attacked for that because you're openly admitting to it. So I think people just need to chill. It's just a reality television show, y'all.
Yeah, it just goes back. Hold on, wait 1 second. Okay. Yeah, like if only people gave me the opportunity to say what I need, just like you just said what you had to say. If
Mm-hmm.
we can have a dialogue like that, it would be absolutely okay. I actually wanted to do a panel about the colorism and the violence and what's the difference between like getting fist or verbally attacking someone and physically attacking someone. What's the difference with colorism and I actually wanted to do a panel like that just to address it because it is uncomfortable. It is an uncomfortable topic, and some people don't understand it. So I wanted to do something like that on my channel, but people are so quick to judge me that they don't even know what runs through my mind. So it's just like
Yeah, I think it's a good thing what you're doing. If you decide to have that panel, I would love to watch it. I'm here for conversations like that. But I love you. I love your channel. I gotta go because I'm in the middle of work right now, so I gotta go. But thank you for talking to me.
all right. Thank you so much. I
Have a good day,
appreciate it.
baby.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Long time subscriber, Buzzworthy TV is up here. What's going on? Buzzworthy, you're on. Okay. Maybe she can come back. Let's see. Okay, Casey, you're on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Just a little bit irritated. But I'm
Just a
good.
little. I get it. I get it. I actually wanted to call in because I do watch you, and I'd like to start like making content of my own, probably towards like doing hair, or like hair videos or something. But
Mhm.
what I always think is like when I do, I would love to be unbothered, but I'm sure it's hard like when you're in the position and people are just choosing to be ignorant. But I feel like you just have to understand that people are ignorant, just everyone's opinion just isn't, it doesn't matter. Because think of how many irrational people there are. I
Right.
honestly feel like even also like with the Housewives of Potomac, it's just honestly a divisive season, and depending on how you look at things, people may there's room for people to see stuff differently. And I feel like from what I see is mainly like with Candace fans, like if you call Candace out for anything, then or you don't agree with her and Wendy on something, then you're just terrible. But it's like she's human; she can be called out just like everyone else is. I can't think. I like Karen and Monique, but I mean, everyone on the show, there's something you could call them out for. So why, when someone says Candace does verbally attack people or she does, set things up to end a certain way, why is there so much backlash? She does things just like everyone else does.
Most definitely. That's how I feel. I feel like they all deserve to be called out, but it's kind of like when you say anything about her, it's
Anything, right?
it's an issue. Like, and I honestly, like I keep saying, I honestly feel as though I don't even give her that much fever like that. Most of
I
my fever
agree.
goes to Giselle and Robin. Those are the
Robin,
people I can't stand. So I don't understand why I say one thing about Candace is a big deal. I say one thing about Candace, I'm a colorist. I say one thing about Candace, I hate black women. I say one thing about Candace, I'm a misogynist. I say it's crazy.
I remember the other night when you guys did the panel and you and Bondi were talking, and like someone came for you guys and was like, "Well, you're saying that because Wendy's ugly, but like no one said Wendy was ugly. They literally came up with that on their own." So it's just people are reaching. So I mean, I'm not telling you not to care what people say, but just like as a word of advice, like I would just like reevaluate and see, do these people, are they even sane to be telling you what you should do or what you should be saying? Probably not. They just don't like that you're talking about their problematic fave. So that's what it comes down to.
Exactly. That's pretty much what that is, to be honest. Because I feel like when it comes down to Candace and Monique, I feel like they're both immature. I think they're both childish. I think they both take things to another level. I feel
Mm.
like, Candace has a reckless mouth. I think Monique has reckless hands. They all,
Have their flaws.
yeah, they all do. So,
Right. And you've said I've heard you say what you thought about Monique plenty of times. So, but when you say what you think of Candace or Wendy, even because she's affiliated with Candace, like people lose their minds. It's hard to watch, honestly. That's why I was like, let me go ahead and call in and say it. I have to say, I mean, I feel like with the Candace fans, if I see them on the internet, I just ignore it because they just do the most. Like, even with Monique's fans or Karen's fans, like, you can call them out. People don't really act like that, but if you say something about Candace, she was attacked. She does nothing wrong. Hasn't said anything. So I don't even listen to what they say.
right, it's crazy.
It is.
But,
Well, I'm gonna let you.
yeah, I just about to say I got like three people waiting to get in.
No,
Well,
I didn't
yeah,
took
three
up
people
enough
waiting to get
time,
in.
so I'm
So
gonna let you go. But just take it easy and remember, everyone's opinion really is just not valid. There's so many people trying to tell you what to think, and they don't even know what to think themselves. So f them.
all right, well, thank you for coming on. I definitely appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too. You're on.
Hey, so I came late. What exactly happened that has you irritated as it relates to the show?
Well, because
Sorry,
first
I
of
know you hate
all,
repeating yourself.
no, you good, you good. Because I was just about to say, Erica Dinero was actually about to come in here in a minute. She's backstage too, and she knows what happened because she was there. But there was like I was on Twitter and I saw like a couple of people asking for different other YouTubers or whatever. It's like an entire thread, and I just so happened to click it and I saw my name mentioned, and it just went from there. Like I'm a colorist. I'm pushing colorism to the side, or I hate black women, or I feel like black women are beneath me. And I'm just like,
Mm. I think the thing that is different with Potomac versus Atlanta is the ladies are different, and none of them, all seven of them, none of them take accountability. They all deflect and they all point the finger, and they're all so pointed in trying to make somebody else wrong for what they did. That is what you see reflected in the fans as well. Everyone
mhm,
is in their corners and trying to go at each other, whatever. Because personally, I like Candace more than Monique, but Candace
mhm.
is wrong in certain instances, and I call the shots like I see them. You know what I mean? Like I like Candace, but she was foul last season, and when I think she's wrong, I think she's wrong. But I think it's gonna take to bring the temperature down, the ladies to like take accountability for the things that they do that is wrong, and this is something that I've seen since season 3 with the whole who brought Kendall onto the show. Cherie said it was her and Monique. Monique said it wasn't her. Monique said it was Cherie. Cherie said like, and no one ever fully takes responsibility for what they've done to contribute to a situation. So that's just
That's
how I feel.
that's true. I
Uh, and I think
definitely.
that's why with the whole colorist thing, I think it's a broader conversation. I do think there is a colorist aspect there. I'm dark skinned as well. And oftentimes in the workplace, I am described as aggressive, and I'm like, I'm just talking. How do you ask me for my opinion? Or I'm a part of a space where I'm allowed to have an opinion. I give it and I'm aggressive.
Right.
Um, so I think that's a broader conversation that has to happen.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the panel that I want to do for this because, like I said, I've been wanting to do it for a while now. But
Yeah.
I think I'll do
My
it.
advice for that panel though, I think when we have conversations like this that do require some substance, I know personally, like just watching like different YouTubers and stuff,
Hmm.
sometimes messages get lost in translation or the conversation isn't taken as seriously when you have people that are busy trying to read and don't get me wrong, that's just some people, that's just their delivery, but I think that's what backs people into their corners again, and no one sits down to have a mature conversation about certain issues.
Well, I'm gonna think. I'm actually gonna think long and hard about who I'm gonna have up there. I don't want no more than 6 people to come up there, just for the
Yeah.
audio's sake and all this other stuff. So it's probably gonna be me and 5 other people. I'm just really trying to think on who I want to choose. I know that Erica Dinero, who's backstage right now, like I said already, I think she's one person that I would want to bring on for this type of conversation. So I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but it definitely needs to be had.
Yeah, and I think you need to just be unapologetic about your opinion. Your opinion are they're yours. No one could fight you on that. And if people want to argue and you can't see things how you don't see them. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
think you really have to not pay attention to the comments. Once again, I like Candace. She needs to get her Twitter behavior together because it's reckless. And she needs like Andy threw her a bone, and I don't think she realized just you know. But I don't know. This season is really divisive, like really
Yeah,
divisive.
very
Um,
draining. It's very reminiscent of season 6 of Atlanta when Kenya and Portia got into their altercation. It's the same thing. It's turning it dark now. So,
and I think that's why it's important to not fight. Because
hmm
I already said, like, I don't know what next season is going to look like. I think someone has to go, whether that be Monique or Candice, because I'm not interested in watching two separate shows where Monique has an event at her house, it's an all cast scene, and Candice doesn't go. The same thing for Candace. Giselle, I don't want to see that. That's not
Mm-hmm.
entertaining to watch. Um, I just feel like, personally, I feel like Candace gets more hate than she deserves, and I think that's where some of her fans. Once again, I'm not excusing their behavior and recklessness that comes out of people's mouth, and or the colorist comment, because as I said, that's a bigger conversation. But I just feel like sometimes it appears that the shots aren't called evenly. People go one way and they extend so much grace to Monique that they don't extend to Candace.
But see, that's where we disagree at because I don't see that at all. From what I see more. I see Candace get way more love than I see Monique. Maybe it's the people that I follow. I don't know, but I see how we see the opposite. So
Yeah,
it is what it is. But however, um, I thank you for coming on because it's two
no,
people, waiting to come in. One being
no
Erica.
problem, no
So,
problem.
you know. Thank you for coming on though. And make sure you I think I made you a mod. Make sure you get the people up out of here who don't need to be in
I'm
here.
on it. I'm on it. I'm paying attention. I'm on it.
All right, thank you.
All right, no problem.
All right.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, wait. Before you go in, after Lily, Erica's coming in. And after Erica come in, I won't be letting nobody else in for a little bit until after she's done. So I just want y'all to know that before anybody else tries to click the link. After Erica comes in, it's gonna be closed until after she gets out. But go ahead. Obviously, Lily, go right ahead.
Hi. So I love your channel. Although I haven't agreed with you for this season of Potomac, but I love your Chasing Atlanta reviews, and I love your interviews. Like you and Jamar do really good interviews for that show. I'm more on Candace's side, but I think the reason why I'm more on Candace's side is because when everything came out in the beginning, people like dogged her. And now to see it
Mhm,
like full circle, like seeing it, I was like, I can see where Candace is wrong and some things because like the other person said, her mouth is slick, but it seems like Monique just constantly lies and gets a pass. And like you said, you don't
mhm,
see it on your timeline with like people always bigging her up, but on my timeline, they be dragging the mess out of Candace. Like even on my Facebook,
mhm,
people on my Facebook cannot stand Candace. They be calling her evil, vile, and I think the colorism aspect, which I do think you should do the colorism panel, and I'm glad that you said I don't experience it, but like I'm open to learning. Cause in my opinion, I think women have a more deeper rooted history with colorism than men, especially because I would say I'm brown skinned. I wouldn't consider myself dark skinned, but I have experienced colorism in like dating per se. So but I don't think men have this, men experience the same way. I think when people bring up the colorism, I think they're more so talking about how Ashley can get away with being so like nasty, kind of on the same playing field as Candace, but people will not like demonize Ashley as much as they do Candace. Same with the whole Wendy thing. When Ashley and Wendy were arguing, in my opinion, there was no need for Ashley to go so hard. And I don't think Wendy should have went so hard. But I think the words that
mhm,
Ashley chooses to use is what gets people to be like, that's colorist, because you wouldn't use those words with Giselle or Karen.
mhm.
So I think
I,
that's
I
what
do
it is.
understand.
But I know it's hard for you not to like, because it's hard to ignore negative comments. But I would say you're more level. Like, although we can tell you like Monique, but I feel like you're more level headed. Like, I haven't seen you like drag the crap out of Candace. Like, I've seen other people that I'm subscribed to where they just like, I think that's where people are getting angry because it seems like more of the reviewers are like really riding like Candace. And it's like some people are like, well, why would you like and I also think it's like people don't see it, like you said, it's perspective. Like you may see it one way. And I think it's also that like people are noticing that like if you drag Candace more, it seems like their views are going up. Because I saw somebody say, do you
Mhm.
notice if like you drag Candace, more people like you? So I think that's where some people are saying like, oh, y'all getting paid by Monique. Cause some of the reviews that I've seen where people are like dog walking Candace, their views have actually like, you can kind of see they have more likes or more like views than people who actually side with Candace. Cause a lot of people can't stand Candace, and I understand her mouth is reckless, but it's like that's their job to like shade each other.
Oh, I don't know about that because like I have seen this show actually go down a little bit. Like
Really?
I know, yeah, like from the very beginning. Did they really go down, or have they stayed where they at? Because I haven't seen a lot of big numbers just because I said something about Candace. Like I don't know where that's coming from because to be honest, I see people like Erica and I see people like Ryder. They get way more views than me on Potomac, and I know they're more so leaning, over to the Candace side. So I don't know about all that. Like I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a comment, and I was like, maybe, because I kind of noticed like certain people get more like, I would say, likes in my opinion, that it seems like if
Hmm.
you don't really like Candace, your videos are like more well liked than if you do like Monique. But I don't know. I just wish people weren't so negative. Like even on like the fan
Hmm.
pages, like the other caller said, it's worse than I feel like it's worse than Kenya versus Portia. Like I feel like
It
people go
is.
way
Most
harder,
definitely.
and I'm like, y'all, like these people. I mean, I get it. Like I think we feel like we know these people, so you feel the need to like defend them, or you see yourself in them, so you want to go hard for them. But it's just
Right.
like the things people like, and I understand like it's hurtful for people to paint you as something that you're not, because I don't think you're colorist. So I was just like, but I understand where people are like, y'all are like not paying attention, but I feel like some people hone in on that because that's what they've experienced. So they kind of feel like people are saying certain things and it's like y'all don't see that, but it's like that's what you experienced, but that's not what I've experienced. So yes, I
Right.
understand that you may feel that way, because I even saw on Twitter like with the whole like the hood rat comment between like, and then someone was like, well, isn't that colorist? And I was like, it's not colorist if Monique called herself hood. Now it's classist for them to keep calling her a hood rat, but it's not colorist. But I also don't think people understand the difference either.
Right. That's true.
But I'm gonna get off so you can talk to Erica so I can watch, because I love both of y'all.
Thank you. I love Erica too. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. Okay. Let's see. Hold on one second. Okay. And now we
Hey,
got Erica Dinero. Even though y'all been waiting on her to come on my shit for the longest. Now we have I talked to her about coming on my stuff and all this other stuff, but you know,
how's my audio? Can you hear me?
oh your audio is good. It's very good, as a
Okay.
matter of fact.
What's
Your
up,
your
y'all?
audio is good.
What's up? Honey, I'm tired just like you. You think you tired. I'm so tired. I feel like you. I feel like I
I
keep
think
saying the same shit over and over again.
I think you get it. I don't think you get it as bad as I do. Like you saw these comments. Oh,
Yeah. I see them. I think, first of all, I think the first thing when people say that, I've gotten your bias, your bias, your bias, your bias, your bias. I know you get it. I think people think just because you, your views don't align that you're biased. Just because you don't agree with me, you're now biased.
right,
No, you can see a clear bias. Like, I like Kenya. So when I used to talk about Kenya back in the day, you could clearly see there was a bias, right? Because it's like she really did something out of order, and you're still trying to figure out a way to make her right. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think that with a lot of people with the Candace and Monique situation, I think there is a clear view of Monique being out of order. And I think because
Mhm.
of the way that Monique set it up from beginning, because it didn't really go in her favor, or the how it played out didn't go the way she had set it up, I think right now
Mhm.
she's afraid to say, I fucked up. I
Right.
fucked up. I did. She didn't hit me with a glass. She might, and then she keeps changing her story, and I think people want to make Candace wrong for something when Candace really wasn't out of order in that situation from my perspective, right?
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
what people are doing is trying to make Monique right and basing past behavior of Candace's onto what Monique is doing, so Monique can be justified in her actions.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think that you're colorist, Scotty. I don't think that you're colorist. I think when you use the word bitch, I was reading these comments, right? You talk when you say, I use it too. Bitch just
Mhm.
sounds better for me. I don't think that you
It sounds better
mean to
for me
call them bitch in a. It just sounds better to me, right? And
too. Yeah.
some people don't like that, but that's just the way that we talk. And I think when you have an opposing view and you're using the word bitch, it's gonna be seen at, somebody's gonna take it negatively. Like, oh, you're
Yeah.
talking down to me because you're speaking in a negative way. You're not speaking in a positive way and using the word bitch. You know what I mean?
Right. I totally understand. And
So
since
you
you're up
tired?
here,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You good? I can hear you.
Okay.
Um.
Okay, good.
Okay. So being that we're both up here, and I feel like we can both have a discussion about it because I do agree with some things that you're saying. But since you're up here, I just want you to where I'm coming from with it because I think this is where the lines get blurred for me and some of the people that watch the show. Now, for me, when it comes down to the fight at hand, or even the things that happen prior to fight, when I was reviewing the show from the jump, um, from this first episode of the season, I was going in on Monique on damn near every review because I did feel like she
Mm.
was picking on Candace. I did feel like she was looking for a problem. I said that on one of my reviews. I said, okay, the girl apologized. What more do you want? Or if Giselle is really the one that was trying to plot this whole thing about your family on the show or whatnot, why aren't you going after Giselle? Why are you going at Candace? I was
I
saying
agree.
all of that up until the fight. So when the fight happened,
Mm-hmm.
my opinion on Monique never changed as far as how stupid she has been acting the first half of the season. That never changed. My opinion on the fight, however, was a little bit different. In my opinion of the fight, it only goes back to what I've seen for myself and what I've gone through as a person when it comes to physical altercations and things of that nature. I said that they both played a part in it. Not much so Monique being right, but I always felt like Monique took it to a whole nother level when she put her hands on Candace. I never said once. All I ever said was when it comes down to Candace, I feel like for me as a person, if I'm not a fighter, it's just certain things that I'm not gonna say to a person because some people are just dumb enough to do shit. Like I feel like if a
Right.
person threatened you while they were big barefoot and pregnant to drag your ass already, it's pretty clear that the dummy probably is going to drag you if you tell them to drag you. So if y'all are in an argument, I know she just said, I'm sleep, I'm sleep, I'm sleep. Okay, that was fine. But I think that when they got to the table, because I've never said that Candace and Monique were in each other's faces because they weren't. They was just across the table from each other. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
it went like this. when Candace and Monique were going back and forth, and then Monique was like, "Get your hand out of my face, get your hand out of my face," and then Candace was like, "So are you gonna drag me?" And then Monique was like, "Do you want me to?" And then start flicking on her hair, and then Candace like, "Drag me, drag me." So then
Right.
she goes pull her down to the table.
Right.
That's not blaming Candace for someone putting their hands on her, but I guess I'm using street smarts, I guess, because I just feel
Right,
like if
because I was
yeah,
about to say this, Scotty. I was about to say you're applying these situations to kind of strangers and people that you may not know, that you might be around, but you really don't know. Those types of situations don't usually happen with coworkers and friends. It's a very rarely do friends get into fights like that. If you're
mm-hmm,
calling yourself a friend, I've never been in a physical altercation with somebody that I've revered as my friend or that I've worked with. I've gotten into arguments with people that I've worked with. I've even gotten into a face of a girl that I work with. But
mm-hmm.
fighting, I don't think that Monique's actions should have been um, acceptable in that environment. It's
Mm-hmm.
unacceptable what she did based on the history of what happened. Candace was an easy target for my situation, from my perspective.
Oh,
You're
she
walking up
was.
to a person and you're telling them in a playful way. Now, it wasn't like I said the other day, if Candace was in Monique's face saying, "Your husband is itching, go get tested," I could see now. Oh, okay, bitch, we're fighting now. But when you look at it from the perspective of this, why did they get into a fight? Why? For what?
Because I feel like this, and again, this ain't me taking nobody's side. I'm just thinking about it from another perspective. I already said from the beginning, Monique already wanted to beat her ass anyway. She already wanted to put her hands on her. So she just used that as an excuse to do it. Now, again, that ain't me saying it's right. That ain't me saying that it's acceptable because it's never acceptable to put your hands on anybody. It's never acceptable. But like I said from the beginning, I guess where it's coming from is that I'm using street smarts, just like you agreed that I was, and
Yeah.
then I'm looking at from a point of view of if that was me in that situation, how would that happen if that was me? That's how I look at honestly, that's how I look at all of my reviews is my opinion goes from if it were me, how would I handle it?
Right.
Or situations that I've seen with my own two eyes. Because to be honest, I've seen like just what day was that? Maybe a couple of weeks ago rather. It was two men that got into a physical altercation at work. And we've been working with each other for years now. But I wouldn't say that the man did what Candace did. I guess the man got in the other one's face and said, "Why the fuck you do this?" Or and then it was like, "Well, who the fuck you talking to?" And then I'm talking to you. What you gonna do? You gonna hit me? Blah 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 blah. blah. And the dude hit him. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
it's just like I think it goes back for me. Never underestimate the person that's in front of you. Now we get that you're not supposed to do this. We're at work. You're not supposed to touch nobody, but you never know what a person is capable of. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That
And
is all I'm
absolutely. And I can also say that when you have a big mouth, or when you have a slick mouth, or the word that everyone is using is reckless. If you have a reckless mouth, I think you should probably know how to fight.
saying.
Because if you are going to have sometimes your words, because people may not have the words to come back at you, may resort to physical assault, right? Because you're verbally assaulting them and they can't take it. And so they react with fight, and you get triggered and blacked out like Monique did, because Monique was triggered by drag me, right?
It's kind of like,
Remember? So, and it's like, but wait, but it's like this. It's like you got to think about all of the reasons, because what happens when somebody gets into the fight? What's the first thing you ask? What happened? Why were they
Mhm.
fighting? What was the reason? What was the reason? And why did they get into a fight? For that small, that wasn't even an altercation. That wasn't even aggression. There was no aggression there. It was
Mhm.
nothing. That girl was walking up to that girl in a playful way, smiling and joking. And I think that it should have stopped at Monique flipping her hair. Like, bitch, don't
Yes,
fuck with
it
me.
should have.
It
Because
should have
one,
stopped right there.
that's the same way the fight started on Married to Medicine between Toya and Mariah, touching on each other hair, and I'm too pretty to talk to you, and touching on each other hair, and it just went from there. Like I say, I think my point gets lost in translation because of the simple fact that I don't know. I guess because I'm using street smarts, it's gonna look like I'm sweeping it under the rug, which I'm not
But
because
but we're
I
and you're applying that logic to a group of 30 mid 30 women with children, mothers in a winery. Think about all of those things that you're applying that to. Everybody's applying this street code and this street. That's nothing, because in the streets, like I said before, the next day or within the week, Monique would have had hers coming to her, back to her. Do you
that's
understand what I'm
true.
saying? If we were really from the streets, but we're not from the streets here. We're in Potomac, Maryland, right? That's where we are. We're not in the
That's
streets here. So,
That's true. That's all the way true. But at the same time, you're right. But then again, like I said, it has to be a situation where you know when to stop at some point. And I think that's where this went the other way because neither one knew when to stop. Like I know if I'm getting overly heated about something and I feel like I want to fight, or I feel like the other person wants to fight, I immediately remove myself from a situation. It's just for me, some
right.
things does have a tendency to get overheated sometimes. That doesn't
Well, don't
excuse anything,
do
but
you think that Monique was looking to engage in order to fight Candace, because Candace had walked away from her several times before?
I feel
Do you
like
think
when it
that
comes down,
Monique was just looking for any reason to fight Candace?
well, like I said at the beginning of our conversation, I did feel like Monique was picking with her and looking for any reason to go at her at any given moment. I do feel that way, and I do
Mm-hmm.
feel like she has this. It just comes across as if she has this intense disdain for her already. So a lot of the times when you don't like somebody and you
Mm-hmm.
feel disdain for a person, everything they do gets under your skin. Anything they say gets under your skin. They could like just by the fact that Candace was even twirling around, laughing and shit, was enough for her to want to fight her. Just because she don't
Yeah.
fucking like her. So it just goes back to what you were saying. Some people do look for reasons to want to go for a person. They do, and I do feel like she did look for a reason. And that's what I've been saying from the very beginning. It's just that I did hold them both accountable, but I never said that Candace was wrong. I did say Monique was wrong for putting her hands on her. But again, it just goes back to how, the things that I've seen are the things that I would have done. That's just how I took it. And of course, people made it as if, well, you're trying to blame. I never blame Candace for anything. The only person that's to blame is Monique because she's the
Mm-hmm.
one who took it too far and put her hands on her. But I do hold them both
Yeah.
accountable because at some point, when it's getting overheated like that, you never know where it could go. Because I know for me, I could be arguing with my sister, and if I feel like, okay, look, if I feel like I'm finna Chris Brown somebody, I'm finna walk the fuck off. Walk away, get some
Yeah.
steam or whatever. So
Yeah.
I just think that this was a situation where wordplay um went to another level. That's just what I think. But that does not mean that I'm saying that Monique was right for putting her hands on Candace. That's all I'm saying. But people don't see it that
Right.
way. I just do feel like they both had a part to play.
Yeah, I think I know, and people are just very either on each side of this, and I think, I mean, the perspectives that people have is very interesting to see. but I think a lot of people say that, you know, either or is biased when they simply just don't agree.
Yeah.
And I think it is alarming that to be told one story and to be so strong and stand in that story, and then when actual video footage comes out and it doesn't support your story, what do you do? Do
Hmm.
you stand and you stand in your incorrectness, or do you say, you know what, I fucked up? But you don't. You say, I'm not remorseful, right? And so it's like,
Yeah.
dang, it didn't happen like that. And why do you continue to create these stories after that? It doesn't and then I think what a lot of people are doing is applying Candace's past behavior in order to justify Monique's actions against her, as if like Monique is fighting for because Candace has been reckless to everybody. And in fact, that isn't true. And I think a lot of people are saying, well, she's been reckless. Who has she been reckless to? All except for Ashley's big ass head. That's the only person that Candace has truly been reckless to. And I think there are a lot of people as well who are not so much Team Candace, but that what happened to her was wrong and it just so happened to be Candace.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't think, because me, I'm not Team Candace. Candace gets on my nerves. I think she's annoying, but I don't think that she deserved that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess another thing that I look at too is that I know for me, when I do reviews, because I review a lot of these damn shows like Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, all that shit, and it's like I think the issue that I really got with the comments and things of that nature is that I could review Basketball Wives and I could review Love and Hip Hop, and these same situations can occur, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the same people that's in my comments be cheering the shit on.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment that it happens over here, everybody wants to be self-righteous about it. Everybody want to act like they're above it. But you're not above it when we're watching Evelyn and OG and see OG sling Evelyn ass into a bush. We're not self-righteous about it then. Or we're not self-righteous on Love and Hip Hop when we see Tokyo and light-skinned Keisha jump on Akbar. We all feel like she deserved it. Ain't nobody self-righteous over that. But the
Right.
moment Candace and Monique get into a fight, or the moment that even Kenya and Portia get into a fight, we're all self-righteous. That's the issue that I have about this whole thing. It'd be the same people that that comment on these same videos, but their stances change when it comes down to a certain thing. I feel like all reality TV is trash TV. Like, to be honest, it is. It's all a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of people stereotypes to me. So neither one is better than the other one. It's just some shows are more gutter butt than some.
It's
Like
got a snipe.
yeah, gutter snipes and stuff. Like, wives is considered gutter snipe.
But
Hip hop, all that shit. But it's like, if y'all gonna sit up here and act like, well, not y'all, because I'm not talking about you, Erica,
you know,
but
I understand. I understand. You don't have to explain that to me. I get it.
yeah, if people want to sit up here and cheer these people on for fighting, what is the difference here? And I see somebody in the comments say we don't watch the Housewives for fights.
Let me tell you something. Oh, go ahead.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead. I
oh,
see you reading a
oh, okay.
comment.
They were saying we don't watch Housewives for fights. I watch all these damn shows for drama, and if a fight occurs, it just occurs. It is what it is. It's reality TV. It's gonna happen at some point. Hell, even on Big Brother, people have fought. So it's like it's gonna happen at some point in time. Some people may have more strength than others, but I just feel like, to me, it's like, don't be in my comments bigging me up for dragging the shit out of Evelyn, but at the same point in time, y'all got a problem with anything that I say. If I say
But
anything.
I think, Scotty, well, if you think about this too, think about Real Housewives franchise in comparison to the shows on VH1. The shows on VH1 hire security to follow them around because they anticipate physical confrontation as a form of conflict resolution. Um, on the Real Housewives, and even they fight from Orange County to New Jersey. They get into arguments, they throw shade, they read, but they don't even have security on their sets because that is not the environment that they have created over there. And when somebody fights and gets physical, because they have on different shows, Margaret poured water over Danielle's head, and Danielle came from around her and Danielle pulled her ponytail out the top of her head. So they get into it, but when they get into it like that, it's they're like, oh my God, we don't expect that. We don't expect
Mhm.
these women to resolve conflict by getting physical, to the point they don't even have security on their sets. That's why it was producers pulling Monique off of Candace and not security, because that's not the environment. And unfortunately, the way that Giselle put it, by saying, we're above the stereotype, I think that left a bad taste in people's mouth. But what I think what she meant was, out of all of the housewives, well, she didn't mean, she meant what she said. I shouldn't say I think what she meant. What she should have said was, we're the only franchise who hasn't gotten into a physical altercation. And we're different from all of that. And Monique has changed. She's added an ingredient to this recipe that was working with reading and shading. And now she's added an ingredient that we prided ourselves not having in this mix of women.
Okay, I can understand that point as well, but speaking for my own self, it's like at this point for me, it's like Housewives has been on for how long? And this includes Orange County. I think Orange County may have started in maybe 2006 or 7 or something like that. I know they were the first ones. It's like for me,
Yeah.
I get exactly what you're saying when it comes down to they don't. This is not the environment. We don't expect this. But for me, at this point, being that there have been many situations on housewife shows where there has been an altercation, like on the Orange County show, I think Tamara threw a drink on Gina that time, or on New York, Ramona threw a whole glass of beer.
Beverly Hills, they
Beverly Hills,
fighting, throwing.
fighting on
Yep.
Beverly Hills,
Yep.
on New Jersey. Teresa chased the bitch all throughout the whole damn venue trying to fight her. Push Andy down. As you just said, there was a fight recently on there as well. And then even on the Housewives of
Right.
Miami, made people even on Miami, there was a situation where someone got smacked up for following someone after they tried to walk away from a fight. So being that I've seen all of this stuff at this point, I feel like for me, it's expected to happen at some point in time. If they've done it on these other housewife shows, then maybe it is a situation where it could possibly happen. It could be why I take it the way that I take it, because I do understand exactly what you're saying. I don't disagree at all. But when I look back at all these other shows, it's like, okay, they fought on all these other damn reality shows, on all
Okay.
these other housewife shows. So what's the difference here?
Okay.
That's
I understand
that's
what you're saying.
yeah,
I get what you're saying. It's expected to happen. Right. It's expected to happen, but now it's happened. Now how do we respond to it? Do we allow
right.
it and deem it as acceptable behavior in this environment? Right? What do we do now
Mhm.
that this has happened? It's expected, but how do we handle it when it comes up? Monique was wrong to me. I just feel like she was wrong and she took it too far. Candace's mouth was not in that moment reckless enough to warrant that response. That's how
Mhm.
I feel. It's not because it's Candace, it's because whoever it would have been, that response wasn't warranted. And I think people, like I said, I keep saying it, it's people applying the behavior towards Ashley. Because if you think about it, now let's think about Monique and Candace's history. Let's think about that. Has Candace ever
Mhm.
come out her face at Monique?
Not necessarily. I don't recall her ever really just coming out of her face like that. Maybe only one. She didn't really come out of her face then, though. But on the situation I'm about to bring up, but if maybe it's just that one time when they was at that damn picnic thing at
The barn, and Monique
house,
said to yes, and Monique got into the conversation between Karen and her,
and
and
Yeah, and
Monique
they
said,
got
"I will drag you pregnant and all." That's where that whole
and
thing came from.
she said she'll drag her pregnant and all, and then Candace was like, "Well, drag me, Monique, drag me." That's really the only time, and that was a response to what Monique was saying. So
Right.
yeah, I do agree.
But
That's
so
what
when
I'm
you
saying.
think about it,
I agree with everything you're saying. Period. I do. It's just that I guess I'm like I said before. I think about it with the mind frame that I've always had. I don't even look at it like I don't apply it to like a reality show. I just apply it to if it's a situation that was right in front of me and in my backyard, and that could be the problem. And I think that's why people aren't understanding what I'm trying to say. So
well, I
you go
mean,
ahead.
I think that's where the different perspectives come in, and that's where people are disagreeing, is because that's where conflict comes in. We have opposing views on us on looking at one thing, and we have different views by looking at this one thing. Now here comes the disagreements, and here comes the arguments. I just think that the way that people have gotten so mean in their perspectives when it and their vitriol for Candace, when it's really is like thinking of it's like, why so much? Why is everybody so angry with her? What did she do to everybody? I think it's like, I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her because, and I can understand when she's crying and looking all crazy and crying like that, because it's like you think like, what did I do to deserve this? The only people that she's really gotten come out her face with is Ashley. And it's like, you got all this venom and this heat for me, and you slapping hands with Giselle. Slapping hands with Giselle.
And
She's the bitch that you need to have all that energy for.
And that's how I felt at the beginning of the season. That's exactly how I felt at the beginning of the season. So, but I think the problem for me is all people are focused on is my opinion on the fight itself. That I think that's what
Right.
all people are focused on. They forget how I was pretty much on Candace's side when it came down to Monique, all the way up until the fight. So when the fight happened and I had an opinion about that didn't align with most people's, it's an issue because I held them both accountable and I tried to look at it um, with in an objective manner. That's all people can focus on. So because I had my opinion on the fight, it means you know I'm team Monique, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm not team anybody. I mean, it is what it is. Like, but
Yeah.
I think with the fact
Right.
that the fight has drug on for this remainder of the season, and that's all we have to talk about, that doesn't help me at all because everything was fine
Yeah.
before the fight for me. Everything was cool before the fight happened on my end, but after the fight happened, and when
Yeah.
I said what it went downhill from there. Now I'm a colorist. Now I hate women and all of this crazy dumb
I
shit.
know. I don't think
That's
that. I don't think that at all. I don't think you're a colorist, and I don't think that you hate women. I think that, like, just being honest, I think that when a man is speaking about women, it's not in a favorable way, and they're using the word bitch, then women are going to be like, you don't like women, you hate women, you think women are beneath you, and that's just how society works. That's just how it is. But I don't think that you hate women or anything like that. I just think people, I don't know. It's tiring. I read the comments, and sometimes they're just really mean. And I think if you, as a content creator, when you have a different perspective than the people in the comments, sometimes you do take it personally. I do sometimes, and I have to think like they just have a different opinion than mine. I think when they start accusing you of demonstrating something that you feel that you're not, then that's when you get upset because you're like, I'm not even like that. Why are you saying I'm colorist? I'm not like that. I get it, and I know that you'll be happy when this damn everything is over. I think a lot of people will be happy when it's all said and done because
yeah.
It's
I just
really
feel
divided the viewers in a real dark way.
that's the issue for me. And even now in the comments, I feel like people are trying to be divisive right now in the comment section. At least that's what I feel, because I'm taking everything personal right now. But we're sitting up here having a mature conversation, whether we agree with each other's views or not, and some people are still trying to be
Right.
divisive. Is what it is. However,
Right.
I do get that a lot. Like when I do lives like this, I feel like people always tend to come to the content creators and be like, well, you guys need to have tough skin. Y'all put yourselves out there for everybody to commentate on what y'all say, so y'all need to have tough skin. It's not even That's not the issue for me. Because like I said before you got on, Erica, I have been told a lot of heinous things where someone said that they hope I get raped. Someone said that I look like I
Oh my
have.
God.
Someone said that they hope me and my brother get raped. All this crazy nonsense. And all I ever did was
That's awful.
just brush it away. But when it comes down to a
Yeah.
person questioning my character at this point, that's when it's offensive to me. Because now you're placing a label on me that doesn't exist in my world. Like you placing the colorist label on me. You're placing I hate black women on me when I've done nothing but
Right.
defend black women on my channel for many, many years now. But because I don't agree, because I don't like Wendy, I hate black women, or because I don't like Wendy, I don't like dark skinned women, when one of my favorite artists is a dark skinned woman. So it's just crazy to me how people can switch it up like that, because it goes beyond negative commentary, because people gonna have negative comments regardless. Everything ain't gonna be positive. But when a person starts questioning your character and all this other stuff, like no one wants the label of a colorist on them. That's just quote unquote just
Right.
straight disrespectful to me. Nobody wants that label on them. No man wants to be accused of hating women. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I understand.
it's crazy. Like that's why I got
I
so
completely
offended
I
when I
understand what
saw
you're saying. And I think about the same. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
it. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. I think about the same thing. I have blocked words, so I read comments that don't make it to the comment section. And some people say the most disgusting things to me. And I'm thinking to myself, I can imagine what Candace, Monique, Kim Kardashian, can you imagine the shit that they see all fucking day? And
Right.
the disgusting things that people say to them. And and I saw somebody in the comments say that Candace wished someone dead. But you have to understand, when people are coming at you and saying disgusting things and vile things to you, you want to respond to a place that's going to hurt them as much as they hurt you. And if that means wishing you to drop dead, that and you drop dead a week later, I don't have nothing to do with that. You should not have been harassing her. You should
Hmm.
not have been harassing her, targeting her, and bullying her. She would not have wished you dead otherwise. And that's just what it goes, because we always say all's fair in love and war, right? So if you come at me with some words that I feel that I want to come at you and chop you down, I might wish you dead. I might talk about your mama. I might talk about your unborn child. I might.
But
Don't
see,
tell
that's
me
another
my
thing
words are
too.
reckless when I'm responding to you so that I can hurt you. That's what I don't think people understand. You can't say somebody's mouth is reckless when you coming at them with crazy shit. And that's what makes you mad, Scotty. And that's what make people mad, because people get reckless with their words in the comments.
And
You
see,
know what
that's
I'm
another.
saying?
Yeah, and see, that's another thing in regards to Candace and the blogger. Now, when I heard about the situation, I did say that I didn't agree with her wishing him dead. Now, I wasn't aware of the things that he said to her or whatever, because I don't follow him. I don't know shit about him. So I couldn't speak on that. So I don't know what was going on with that. But I do know that I, for one, feel like it's wrong to wish dead on a person regardless of how mad you are. I know for a fact in the past I have done it and I felt bad after I did it. So I'm only speaking for myself because I know in the comment section someone came at me so hard and they had been coming at me under every fucking video I did. And before I said, "You ain't dead yet." And then after I said that, I felt bad and I deleted the comment and I was like, okay, I shouldn't have went there. And that's where I was coming from when I said that she was wrong because I know I did it in the past and I felt horrible after I did it. But it does just goes back to when someone comes at you like extremely hard and they trashing you and they hurting your damn feelings. It's no telling what's gonna come out of your mouth when you already feel like you're backed into a wall. So
Exactly.
she could have probably
And it's
felt like she was into a wall because of the things that he said. Now I don't know what he said because again I don't follow him. I never heard of him before until now. But
oh,
I
your phone
wasn't
was
aware.
your thing was breaking up. But I think that yeah, I don't know. I think that if you can say that Monique was justified, if anybody could say that Monique was justified in her actions towards Candace, why isn't Candace justified in her words towards somebody that was taunting her or saying negative things to her? Why can't she respond? And I don't understand this idea that it's justified for her to get beat up and
Because of what she
then but it's
said.
right because of what she said. But then when somebody says something to her and she says something back to them, now, oh my God, Candace, oh my God. You know what
And
I
you know
mean?
what?
Like, I
Regarding
just, I know, we could just go on about this all day because I
yeah,
think,
yeah, because regardless of my opinion on her or whatever in regards to this whole situation, you know, because people be trying to make it seem like us YouTubers don't understand where she's coming from with the situation. Because I definitely understand. Because for me, it's like let me hold on, wait a minute, okay. Because I still feel like people are trying to be divisive in this comment section, but I'm gonna let it go. Anyway,
hmm,
I do understand because it's like for remember okay, so remember that time you and I were talking, I think we were on Twitter and I think I said you made a tweet talking about how you're over reviewing Potomac, it's too toxic, the comment section is a mess, blah 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 blah. So I remember me and you were talking and I had told you about I don't know which review it was, but it was a couple of weeks ago, and I remember it was probably the week of Thanksgiving. We were talking about it on social media, and I had told you I said, people been coming at me all sorts of ways, like straight disrespecting me and all this other
mm-hmm,
stuff, and
mm-hmm,
even to the point to where it goes beyond disrespect when you talking shit to me, but now you're trying to create a divide between me and a fellow YouTuber. Like when they
yeah,
put
I don't
your
like that
link
either.
in my comment section and was like for a real review, and I'm really,
Yeah, yeah, I
you know
don't like
what I
that
mean? And
either.
and I was just like, really? And so they did that and went right on over to you and Ronnie video talking shit about me, and then they come back to my review last week to do the same thing. And then
Are you
I cursed
serious?
them the fuck out. Yes, I cursed them the fuck out, and now I'm wrong because I cursed them the fuck out. Now it's I never click on your videos again. You're disrespectful. It is what it is. All this other stuff, and I'm just like I'm disrespectful, but you just
But you just said something crazy to me, right? You just said something crazy to me. So what you think I'm gonna say back to you? I'm gonna say something crazy
yeah,
back to you,
like,
and you can't be shocked and be bewildered and confused because isn't that the name of the game? Aren't we playing that game? We
yeah.
even
It's
can
not.
play the game. People are like in the way to justify Monique's behavior. We can play that game all the way until we put hands on each other, right? Is that's what we're doing. So you should
Mm-hmm.
understand if somebody I don't because people in the comments I have to remind myself, Scotty, I have to remind myself, I said, Erica, you have just shared your opinion people are in the comments responding to your opinion. I have noticed when I respond back, if I disagree with that comment, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you can't take criticism. You want
Yeah,
everybody to agree with you. But I'm thinking now I
yeah,
have to remember they just have an opposing view of my opinion. And I don't think they're ready for the exchange. That's why when Candace responds, people are like, oh shit, she actually responded to me and she told me to drop dead. You understand
right.
what I'm saying? You
That's
understand what I'm
true.
saying? And
That's true.
after a while, you get tired of seeing those damn comments, and you're like, bitch, drop dead. Stop. Get out of my comments
Yeah.
trying to be divisive. Get out of my comments
Because,
trying to start shit.
yeah, I
Get the
don't, and
fuck off, or I'll block you.
that's another thing too. What I don't like is how they try to divide us too. I really don't like that. Like I don't
I
like
don't
how they
like
try
it
to
either.
pit us up against each other. I hate this stuff. Like cause whether or not we agree on things or not, I do watch you guys' videos. Like I don't always agree
Same.
with you on things. I don't always agree with Rodney on stuff. I don't always agree with Rox on stuff. It's a lot of things that I don't always agree with certain YouTubers, but I still rock with them and I still fuck with them. So it's not about, we can have opposing views all day, but I do like your content. So when I see people coming to the comment to other, even in other people's comment sections, and start name checking people and trying to divide it and be like, well, my favorite comment of all time. The only people that's really talking about this show the right way, Erica, Rodney, Rox, and these other people are just biased and they hate women and they. I'm just like, why y'all just can't enjoy people for what they bring instead of trying to bring everybody else into the situation? Because me and Erica don't have any issues. I've been following
Right.
Erica for at this point in time. So I don't have an issue with Erica and what she got to say. Hell, the
Right.
panel that you guys want to hate on so much, I asked her to be a part of it at one point in time. So it's like if I had it, even with Rodney, I reached out to Rodney to do the panel as well. Now he hasn't seen my message yet, but it's all these people that y'all want to pit me up against. I rock with their work. So why can't
Right.
y'all watch us all, whether you agree or not, and stop trying to? I feel like when they come in you guys' comment section and try to talk about the rest of us, I guess they feel like that's bigging y'all up by talking about the rest of us and shitting on
I
all of us.
guess. I don't
Yeah,
like it either.
yeah,
I
because
don't like
even
it
though
either.
yeah, because even
And
though
I
when
and I watch everybody too because I know I don't agree with everybody, and I don't want to be just watching people who agree with my point of view. That just doesn't help. You grow.
right,
You just can't. I don't know. I don't operate like that. So I do watch people I don't necessarily agree with all the time. I watch all of you, and you and I have been following each other for a while on Twitter. So I don't
yeah,
like it
it's
either. And I told you that day. Remember, I told you that day. I said, "Where's the comment?" Because I didn't see it. Because if I would have saw it, I would have deleted it. And I did find it,
right,
and it has been deleted. Because I don't like divisiveness like that. Like everybody can have an opposing view. One's person's view is not better than the other because they're different. It just means that we just don't see it the same from the same perspective. But I don't think it has to get ugly and then attacking people's character in that way. I
yeah,
think I think, and I think that's when you get defensive. It's just like because they're like I'm not colorist, and I don't like I don't hate women, but when somebody is saying that you do and this and that, and putting labels on you that don't align with your character, you want to defend that, and sometimes people get cussed out.
yeah, because even right now in the comment section, people telling me don't take it serious and all this other stuff, and that we all get trash. We do all get trash. Like we honestly do get trash. We all do, but it goes beyond trash when you call out my character and you say things that's not true. You have never heard me say anything that's colorist. You have never heard me say anything that's colorist about any of these women. Like none of it. So it is what it is. Like I guess people it just goes back to what you just said. When your opinion doesn't align with theirs, you're gonna automatically be called biased. You know what I mean? And they just
Right.
can't expect that, and it is what it is. But it's
Yeah.
cool at this point. I don't. It's just that, like, when I saw that shit in them
Yeah, I
tweets
know.
today, that I'm
Yeah,
like, you know what?
yeah.
And I had to
I, I,
respond.
I, I have to look. Sometimes I tell you, I look at them and I have to just say, Erica, don't take it personal. You just have to. But sometimes some things hit you, and you like. I think sometimes when those things hit you, for me, what I do, I have to just kind of reevaluate what I said or my point of view about something. When something hits me and I feel like I need to defend myself, then I have to kind of reevaluate what did I say and how was I coming off. That's just how I do it. But I'm still human, and when people say things that attack your character, you want to defend that. But you have to know, Scotty, that you're not a colorist and you don't hate women, and you have to know that you don't have to defend that because you already are secure in how you feel already. So you don't even have to defend that. But I get it. I get where you want to. I feel the same way. I be feeling the same way. I'm telling you, I delete comments all the time. Like, I'm not even about to play this game with you. Delete, because you curate your community, right? And you
Right.
can say, I don't want to see this. You talking shit. I don't want to see this. Because as soon as you said something to me about that comment, I was like, let me find it. I looked at it and I was reading it and I was like, no, I don't like this. And because I can understand if somebody says, I don't agree with Scotty. Oh, I was over in Scotty's video and I didn't necessarily agree with him. But when you start attacking the person and talking about the person, I'm deleting it because we're down here already talking about these people's lives, down to Potomac, Atlanta, and all that other stuff. Let's not take that energy, and we already dissect them. Let's not bring that energy to the creator who is actually coming to you, sharing and being vulnerable, showing their face and giving their opinion. Don't attack them like that. That's how I feel. But I have to remember that too, because I be wanting to cuss people out too. It's just how it
Yes,
goes.
like, for real. And before, because there's two people that want to come on, Erica. Before we watch Dodo, I do want to say this because people in the comment section are making a point right now when they say, out of all the negative comments, how many negative comments do you get out of the positive? That is automatic. That is very true. A lot of the times we do tend to focus more so on the negative instead of the positive. But sometimes that
Right.
negative comment just stick the fuck out like a thorn, and it
Yeah.
just pokes and it pokes and it pokes and it pokes, and it just take me to a whole nother level. So you're right. I really shouldn't pay any attention to the negative at this point because I think my mind would be much more clearer soon as Potomac is over with. My mind will be clear after that because
Yeah.
we got to go through another two
Yeah.
episodes of this
Mine too.
shit. So I think my mind much clearer after that's over. But before I let you go, I did say earlier on in this live that I did want to do a panel at some point about um colorism and verbal and physical altercations and things. Have a conversation about that. And you are one of the people who want to have that conversation with. I do want to have like 5 other people up here to do that. So if you're
Okay.
willing to, we'll talk another time. But
Well,
I'd love to have you up here for that.
okay, just let me know what I can't, because I can't hear. I feel like I'm getting a bad connection. But you know how to get in contact with me, Scotty. So you let me know what the schedule is. I told you what my schedule is coming up. So you just let me know and give me the details.
All right then. Well,
Can you
thank you
hear
for
me?
coming on. Yeah, I heard
Okay.
everything you said. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate us having this mature conversation. You know what I'm saying about this situation. I really do appreciate that.
I appreciate you too, Scotty. And lines of communication are open. So, if you see anything that bothers you, you just want to talk about it, you know where to contact me. All
All right
right,
then.
y'all.
Thank you so. All right. See you
All right,
later.
y'all. Have a good night. Bye,
All
Scotty.
right. Bye bye. Boy, what? Why you got that?
Because girl, this is what I'm looking like right now. This is what we're
No.
serving the girls right now. Okay, this is what
Oh
I'm
my
like.
God.
This is what I be given while I'm at work at my bed.
You still working?
Yes, girl. It's only 2:40.
Oh, I keep forgetting. You're 2 hours behind me. I keep forgetting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the super bonder. Y'all know how long my damn hair is. Shit,
You
we
have
gotta.
anything you want to say?
Child, listen. If anybody knows about the foolishness that goes on the social media and in the comments, it's our asses. And girl, one thing about it is we know what we be given. We know we ain't colorists. We know we ain't no bullies. We know that we're not, nasty people online saying all kind of crazy off the wall shit. We know that's not true. And we know
Right.
that a lot of times people will come on there just because they disagree with us, just because they don't like us. They could be homophobic, colorists, or have any sort of other insecurity going on, and they'll project it on whoever they feel like they can have access to. And just because your video came up in their recommended feed and they have access to a keyboard, you are now their target. Um, like the other young lady said, we don't have to do this. A lot of people
We
talk
don't.
a lot of people talk about, oh, you this, you that, you say all these horrible things, blah blah blah. You have full and complete control over the content that you watch. Let me say that. Let me say that again for those of y'all who didn't hear me. Let me turn my volume up.
Oh my
You have
God.
full and complete control over the content that you watch. Because guess what? When I find somebody that's saying some bullshit that I don't like, guess what I do? I turn that shit off. I never understood the reason why to go on people's pages and say all kind of nasty negative shit that you would never say to them in person or is
That's
not
just like them.
constructive at all. It's
This is
not
like you going
constructive at
to
all.
a nigga YouTuber
Okay.
page that I don't even fuck with. Like, I'm going to his page saying some bullshit up under his damn comment section. I actually know this motherfucker, but you think I'm going up under there saying shit? No. If I don't fuck with you, I'm not gonna watch your shit.
Exactly. And then it's like, do you think that you, random user 649, gonna disagree with what I have to say? Do you think that it's just gonna alter my content? I'm just gonna stop uploading videos. I'm just gonna move to another state and change my name? No,
Exactly.
bitch. You disagree, you thumbs down and keep it pushing.
That's all you can do.
Cause you wasting your time and energy, all that time that you took, that 5 minutes, probably 10 minutes for you to proofread that ugly comment, all that time that you wasted in your life, guess how many seconds it takes me to block you? And then what? Time wasted.
20 seconds. At
Only a few
minute. That
seconds.
minute.
I see key sometimes we don't even see it. It just gets blocked automatically. So you wasted your time to try to be nasty for nothing. So in that situation, which one of us looks stupid?
Exactly. It is what it
Me or
is.
you? So, girl, and honestly, this, as you know, this does, come with the territory. We're both building our platforms to new heights, and so you're gonna have people who just don't want to see you win.
That's true.
And child, and that's gonna get more and more as the time goes. So it's just like that's why the importance of knowing oneself and having self-worth is going to be critical because people are going to come at you just because they're jealous. Some people are just jealous. It's not even like holding no bullshit. Some people are just mad. They could be people who are fans of the show. They could be people who are other content creators. They could be people who just don't like gay people. There could be people that, like I said, have many other insecurities going on that they can project onto you to make themselves feel better when all they could do is just take a shot and get some good dick and be fine. But they don't want to do that. They want to hop in the comments, say all kind of nasty shit, and try to bring you down. Well, it's just like, girl, I'm not no damn cup. How about what I look like? you saying, oh, because you don't like this Monique, or you don't like this Monique character. Mind you, I don't even know who half these bitches are because I stopped watching after season 2. But you say only because, oh, you don't like this person, you are hating on black women. Let me tell you something. Since when does me talking about one person equate to me not liking all black women? Did I say I didn't like all black women, or did I say I don't like this particular person, whether they black or not?
Right.
What's going
I
on,
just,
y'all?
I just want to know
Because
if
I
I'm
didn't want
talking
to keep them back
crazy.
there waiting too long. So,
I just want to know if I'm talking
what's
crazy.
going on?
I ain't gonna be up here long. I just wanted to come in there and say my shit.
Really enjoyed y'all conversation today, man, because I knew once
Okay.
I was over here literally just getting off my job, and I looked at my notifications here, and I was like,
Is,
oh
am I the
snap!
only one that's hearing the static?
It's not just you. I'm
You said stay.
well, it sounds good now for me. I don't know about y'all. Everybody else straight?
I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Yes. I was saying
Yeah.
I was literally just getting off work, and then I seen Scotty put this thing up, and he was talking to Eric. I said, "Oh, I have to see this because this is gonna be a good grown conversation. This is gonna be a really good grown conversation." Then when I saw the title, I was like, "Oh, dang, they didn't coming out my man again." I was like, "See, that's the people that don't have no lives and stuff like that." Because this my thing is, we don't know these people. We don't know that we. Some of us don't know the content creators. We don't know the people on TV. They just there to entertain. This is the TV show. When it goes off, we go about our daily lives. This is just like a skate, and people take it way too seriously, you know. And once again, you can do what you want with, but and you can have opposing views, but it's all about respect. Everybody just need to respect each other.
Basically.
And mind their business.
Um, can you hear me? Because I think
Basically,
I was staticky.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So,
you sound good now.
oh, thank you. So to piggyback off of what Jamar said, because Jamar pretty much took the words out of my mouth, and like me and you are friends in real life, and I always say this to you, Scotty. You're going to bigger
Oh God.
places. Your channel and your platform has evolved, and everything that you said you wanted for your brand is coming into fruition. And unfortunately, with the positive, there's always going to come negatives. And typically, one of those negatives is going to be unsolicited hate and just toxicity and negativity. Um, I don't watch Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm very grateful that I made a decision not to become invested in it now. Seeing how left a lot of this has gone. But like I said in the comments, this does give me like PTSD of when, Nikki and Cardi were beefing and it was the height of it, and we seen a divide between YouTubers and between fans. So I definitely understand how nasty people can get when they're going up for someone that they don't know in real life, but they're so invested in this person, they feel the need to attack you and be nasty towards you. And like Jamar said, when you have knowledge of self and you have value of self over time, because it's not going to happen overnight, speaking from experience, you really just stop giving a fuck about what people have to say. Like it's like you see the negative comment and you just block them and delete them and you go about their business, because you know what they're saying is merely them projecting their insecurities, their
100%
inadequacies,
agreed.
and it just is what it is. So like, you'll learn that over time, but you have to set your intentions to learn how to, deal with the comments in that manner, as opposed to being like one, you know how you are, Mr. Pop Off.
The thing is,
you
Scotty, the thing is, you putting your opinion out there, and with all the good, it's going to come some bad. That's just it comes with the territory. It like there's no way you can avoid it. It's all about how you handle it though when it comes.
Yeah, that's
And
like
when you respond, if you just choose to respond, you're giving them energy where you can just block and you can just block them.
Woo!
And and keep it moving.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna have way
that's
more
like on,
positive people than negative.
and that's true. It's like on my channel, I talk about issues concerning Black women. Like that's what my platform is centered around. I'm a spiritual advisor, so I talk about issues concerning Black women. You don't think that there's men in my comments every day? Oh, bitch, you ugly, you fat, you this, you that. I react to the comments. I say thank you for watching and thank you for helping me to get in the algorithm, and I keep it moving. But I was not always like that. Like I said, going back to that whole Nicki versus Cardi shit, I used to be the same way. When I go in my comments, it could be a bunch of positive comments, and I'll get stuck on one negative comment going back and forth.
Listen,
It's gonna come, like
it,
regardless, it's gonna come. You know,
And a lot of
it's
times,
unavoidable.
Scotty, when these people are upset, they're hearing what they want to hear. They're not really hearing what you're saying. So you can't take what they're
at
saying
all.
serious. They're not hearing nothing that you're saying.
You can
So
say
you
it
can't,
5 to 10 times, and they still will miss the point.
Yep,
mm-hmm,
because they are
because you're
committed
not
to
saying what,
misunderstanding you.
mm-hmm, they want to misunderstand you. You know, if you say one wrong thing, they want to misunderstand you and they want to bash you. And I know you're human, but if it's gonna break your energy or your spirit, just don't read the comments because it's not worth it.
Right. And that's why I told you I would turn your comments off for like a review. And when people come, oh, why the comments off? Why the comments off? Set some housekeeping rules. Like Erica was saying, cultivate your community the way that you want it to be and the vibration you want your community, Scotty by Nature TV, to be. This is your channel.
It's just
Well,
that,
I would
woo,
never say to turn the comments off just because
yeah,
it
that's the
kind
part
of
I
I
was
makes you
think,
like,
have
but
to
I mean, I think he
take
loves his fans. Like,
the
I think Scotty loves his fans, and he,
um
once again, you get more love than hate. It's just like you said, Queen. You said like the hate just kind of sticks out more. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that one comment can overshadow
Yep.
500 good comments.
And it's funny because this is the advice Scotty used to give me. I done had plenty of days on YouTube where mad people was coming for me. Scotty would text me, "Don't worry about it. Do you want me to say anything? Girl, that's just how it is. You're gonna get used to it." So you used to say the same the same thing to me
but
when I would be crying and boohooing on your phone.
but it's just for me. It's just because like I said before, and I hate to repeat this again because I it's just heinous. But I have gotten way worse comments before. Like somebody vicious grape on me one time and said I had like all types of things. Like it's just, like I said, way worse things being said to me. But it's just that when people comes to questioning my character and calling me a colorist, well insinuating that I'm a colorist and insinuating that I hate black women. And then when I get on live and I talk about it, these same bitches, they don't like for me to say the word, bitches want to sit up here and want to say that I'm on live crying about it and not acknowledging the issue at hand. When I sat here, if everybody been watching me all night, well, not all night, for the rest of the afternoon, y'all heard me speak on ignorance to the colorism topic at hand because I don't know much about colorism, never experienced it. I don't think about color at all when I think about it person. So it could be a little bit of ignorance on my end, which I did admit to, and I was open enough to have the conversation about it, which is why I brought Erica on here in the first place. So it's not like I'm not trying to let people on why I have the attitude that I have or why I have the opinion that I have. But it doesn't matter how many times I put that opinion out there, you still not gonna understand, or you're not gonna try to understand at the end of the day. So it's like I'm doing a broken record at this point, like trying to
No,
come up
I
with
understand what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with you or trying to combat what you're
There you
saying
go.
because I totally get that. When somebody comes into your comments and they try to pin something on your character, that could really hit a soft spot because you go into this space of, well, I don't want people to think I hate women. I don't want people to think I'm a colorist. I don't want people to think this. And like, it's like that anxiety, that fear, and that anger mixed together results in you blowing up, or your spirit, as I think it was CC Freak said, like it crushing your spirit because it's really disturbing you. So I understand what you're saying. Like everybody's different. Everybody reacts to things differently. For me, it's just I want you to enjoy what you manifested. Like I said, me and you are friends in real life. So I know you couldn't wait to get to this point on YouTube. And I just want you to enjoy it because you deserve it. You work very hard. And I don't want you to focus too much on the negativity.
Scotty, do you know what you may have said to make somebody draw the conclusion that you were colorist?
What did I say?
No, I'm asking. Like, why would they even
No,
draw that conclusion?
that's what I don't understand because I don't feel as if I've said anything remotely colorist about anyone on this show. Like, all I
Well,
ever
the thing
said
is
was
with
that
the
I didn't like
colorist
Wendy.
thing, this is
I
my
never spoke
personal
for myself.
opinion. Oh, go ahead, Scotty. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, when it come down to Wendy, I've voiced that I don't like Wendy. I don't like her personality. She doesn't do anything for me. I did say that I felt that she was elitist, but a lot of people sit up and want to say that because you don't like Wendy or because you have a certain opinion on Candace, you're a colorist. Colorism plays a part in why you dislike these women or have a strong opinion about these women because it's a part. It is that.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I was speaking on the colorism topic on the video when they were talking about it on the show, I just was speaking from my own point of view. Just because I don't like Wendy or just because I feel some kind of way towards Candace, it doesn't make me colorist. Or, I don't see that. Like when I speak on people, I don't see like, oh, I don't like this black bitch or this dark skinned bitch. Like I don't see it like that. So I'm not gonna understand you say I'm saying things with a colorist undertone because when I'm saying I don't even be I think how dark skin you are when I'm going in and letting have on you.
That's
Like I
crazy.
don't
Like, what you're
so I
saying
don't
is
get what
true. What you're saying is true. You can say that you don't like Wendy, and because she's a dark skinned black woman, people will automatically say that you don't like her because she's dark. But that doesn't make necessarily. I don't like Wendy neither, but I don't like her. I don't like how she came on the show under Giselle's hat. She never really had to go through anything on the show to have so much opinion about Monique that she does. And I don't agree with what Monique did, but I just feel like when they were doing it was things that she done in the season that made me not like her. But what I'm saying
And that's the
is,
thing.
go
And
ahead.
that's what I think a lot of people misconstrue when we come to this Monique thing. I don't think anybody, like at least the bloggers that I watch, I don't think no one is justifying that what Monique did was right. I think we all just didn't agree with what happened after the fight, like how it was handled, how everybody just jumped on Giselle's bandwagon and they just ostracized that woman. At least that's my personal opinion. I just think that's how I saw it. And when it came to Wendy, just like Andrew said, I don't like her for the simple fact that she had way too much opinion for a situation that didn't involve her. I mean, granted, yes, you got brought in by Candace, but that's just my personal opinion. If I was Wendy, I'd be like, yeah, I know she did you wrong, and I got your back, girl, but I don't know that woman like that to know what she's done to y'all history. I don't know her. But
Mm-hmm.
she had way too much to say about something that didn't happen to her, even at the reunion.
Yeah, and I think that Giselle and Robin, it's crazy to me that even the colorist thing that comes up on the show, it's crazy that they're calling Candace and Wendy aggressive when Robin and Monique are the most aggressive girls on the show. We're mad at you're talking about that Wendy and Candace are aggressive just by talking. But Robin has 2 times we've seen Robin get in a car and drive to an event with the intentions on confronting a person. She got in the car the whole way to at least Monique had a fight in the spur of the moment, but she really was going to try to jump on Ashley in that restaurant. She had her finger in her
she
face and
was.
I
everything.
remember that.
So Robin is
I want
aggressive.
this to say
I'm
though.
about to hit it, y'all. I just wanted to say that because I got to finish some stuff up. But
I'm
y'all
actually
enjoy
Bye, Bonnet
because I
King.
don't know none of these hoes that y'all talking about.
I'm actually
Bye.
about to get off too, but I just wanted to say to you, Scotty, like once again, I don't think I've actually officially Thank you for making me a mod. I didn't even ask for it. I was just shocked to even get one. I, that shocked the heck out of me. But I really appreciate it, man.
That well, you're welcome. Honestly, you are.
But man, you keep doing you, man. Your channel gonna continue to grow, man.
All right, thank you for that.
All right,
Like,
y'all.
we
Nice to talk to the rest of y'all too. Really good conversation.
Bye. And I'm about to go
all
too,
right.
Scotty. Just don't take stuff too serious and keep being yourself. If it's gonna mess up your energy, just don't read the comments or just don't take it too serious.
Ooh, child.
I know it's
Let me
hard. I know it's hard because we're only human,
right.
and I know it's hard. But just try not to, or if so, just respond. Just say, what did I say to make you think I'm colorist, right? But the people who saying that you need to be raped and your brother needs to be raped, block them.
Yes. Some things is just unforgivable. And
It
there
is.
is no conversation to be had after it's said.
Right.
But all right, y'all. Y'all have a nice afternoon.
You too.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Well, for you being someone that knows me outside of this stuff and you
Mm-hmm.
being a black woman,
Mm-hmm.
do you think do you think that I'm a he-man woman hater? Do you think that?
No, I really think that's just your personality. Like you serve it up straight, no chaser. You use profanity. You do have some women that really don't like the word bitch. They don't like men to refer to them as bitch. And I know that when you do it, it's like no negative intentions behind it. It's just part of your vernacular and your personality as a YouTube personality. I never ever felt like you hated women. I just always thought that's just how you are. The same way Funky Dineva and other people on YouTube, how they are. Like, I don't think that means that you hate women unless all of your content is centered towards putting women down. That's my opinion of being like a man that hates women. If all of your opinions, like every single opinion, that's like if you review Real Housewives of Atlanta and everybody on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you have something nasty to say. Then I could understand how somebody's like, okay, he just hates women because he don't have nothing positive to say about nobody. But it's
Right.
natural when you watching a show, whether it's fiction or it's reality television, to have your select few cast members and characters that you like and resonate with, and the others that you don't. And if you really like to watch that show, it's very normal to become invested, to get passionate. You want to go up, like it's normal. But I don't even, like I said, I don't watch Real Housewives of Potomac, but I'm just shocked to see like the back and forth. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it gets too much. I don't know what it is about the Housewives franchise that makes these fans go like crazy the way that they do, but they really do. And um, they think that they're allowed to call me a colorist and they're allowed to make insinuations about me hating black women and shit, but I can't go on live and speak my mind on what the fuck I just saw. So it's like, okay, you can put that out to whatever you want to put that out to and have conversations with people on Twitter about it. And
Mm-hmm.
and you think I can't defend my character when you say that. And it ain't me crying on live because they don't like the word. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it said that I'm on here, crying on live and not addressing the issues at hand. When I just sat up here and had several people come on my platform and we all have mature conversations about it. And I sat here and I said that I may be negative, I mean, not negative, I may be ignorant to the colorism conversation because I've never experienced colorism. I don't know what it's like to be a colorist. I don't look at people and judge them based off the color of their skin. I don't
Mm-hmm.
call people aggressive because they're dark skinned. Uh,
Right.
I don't call people ugly because they're dark skinned.
Right.
I don't do any of that. So I'm speaking from my own self and saying that you can't call me a colorist when I don't even look at people. I don't judge people based off the color of their skin. I know it's the same thing with white people. Like I don't sit up and think that all white people are racist. They're not. So
But you have to understand that on the internet, the minute somebody popular or a group of people get together and form a narrative, people just regurgitate it. They don't even have to resonate with that narrative, or that doesn't even have to be their original thought. They'll just run with it. Like, I'm going to be honest, taking it to another franchise, like basketball wise, like to the point, I forgot the young man that was just on here, but he was um, like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, because if you genuinely dislike somebody on a show and they happen to be a dark-skinned woman, how is it that I'm automatically pegged a colorist because I don't like the way in which this person is acting? It has nothing to do with their features, their skin complexion, none of that. I just don't like the way they are. That was my thing with OG on Basketball Wives.
and
I
even
don't think
then
I
with that
don't think
situation,
oh, go
see,
ahead.
not to cut you off, even with their situation with OG, as much as I liked OG over the other women, I never thought that it had anything to do with colorism as far as
Me either.
people treating her a certain type of way. I felt like they treated her a certain type of way because of the way they treated Royce and Tanya.
Exactly. It's
They
a
treated her a certain type of way because of how she looked or how they felt she looked
exactly.
or the way she dressed, like being mean girls.
Mean Girls.
I
Yup.
never looked at it like it's a colorism issue. I even
Right.
said that on one of my videos. I've never seen it that way, but other people did.
I
So,
never I felt like it was a double standard. And from the first time OG came on the show, I didn't like the way she was. I felt like OG was very abrasive. She was doing too much. I just didn't vibe her. The same way with what's the other girl's name? Kristen.
mhm,
Kristen is a dark brown skinned woman too. I ain't like her ass either.
right.
I ain't like Jennifer. Like, it just is what it is. I don't like, and it has nothing to do. Jennifer ain't aggressive or none of that. But
But then again, somebody did just mention Evelyn, and there may be an issue. Wait. You say Evelyn. There may be a point to where I may agree with Evelyn being a colorist.
oh yeah, but those are two separate claims. So there's a difference between saying OG is a victim of colorism and Evelyn is a colorist.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do believe that Evelyn is a colorist for real, because she
Yeah,
did
I believe Evelyn is
whole
prejudiced.
chimpanzee um emoji to describe how she looked. So I do believe that when it comes down to Evelyn, I do think that she is a colorist,
Yeah,
especially
I
when it comes
definitely
down to
believe
OG.
that she's prejudiced and she's a colorist. She's Puerto Rican. I'm from New York City. She's from the Bronx, and Puerto Ricans have a tendency to be very prejudiced and think that they're above the fray, even when it comes to Puerto Ricans versus Dominicans. So I absolutely believe that. I'm pretty sure she checks white Hispanic when she fills out job applications.
Yeah,
I believe it.
yeah, I do now. I do agree with that. I do agree with that thing. I do think that she is a colorist. I do agree with that. But when it came down to OG, I just, like I said, I looked at it the same way I looked at the Royce and Brandy
Me
thing. They
too.
don't like her because of the way she looks or how they feel like she can dress, like she can't dress. They don't like her because she does the same exact thing to them, but she comes with it full force at them. Like she calls them out on their shit. They don't like nobody that calls them out on
And
their
it's
shit.
like everyday stuff when you have a group of people that feel like, okay, you're supposed to be so thirsty to hang out with us. You're supposed to be so thirsty to be in our crew. And when they see that you can really give two shits and you march to the beat of your own drum, that builds resentment and tension within them. That's how I viewed that situation. Y'all think OG's supposed to be on her hands and knees begging to be in the in crowd, and she's not. And then on top of that, y'all always bullying girls that come on there and their makeup is not right, their hair is not right, their fashions is not right. Like, y'all been doing this since 2009.
Right. Most definitely.
I just think it, for me, like I said, for me personally, it took me a long time to get to this place. But when you get to a place where you know who you are and you're able to separate the internet from real life, it just becomes easier to navigate negativity and trolls and low vibration and toxicity on the internet. Because when I find myself in places where I feel like I'm being attacked on the internet, I remove myself for about 24 to 48 hours and I'm around my family and my real friends and I'm like, this is what's real. Like this is what's real, not this shit that's happening in the comment section of YouTube or on Twitter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about instituting balance.
Oh, I'm just saying though. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Like, I get so mad that I be wanting to fight. That's why I get so mad because I can't touch some of y'all. Some of y'all really got it nice that y'all talking behind this fucking computer. A lot of y'all would have got slapped up a long time ago. But I've changed.
Yeah. But I'm, I'm
But
trying to be I'm trying to keep it cute, but I you know.
yeah, I really do. Like it's ugh. It be some. It's a lot of shit that people be saying that gets me, and it's been certain days where I just deleted the comment and moved on. I didn't even bother with it. I just moved on. I ain't even.
But also I'm a big fan of encouraging and suggesting to people um when things like this happen, you know, it's a good time to go into a place of introspection and like talk to God and talk to your higher self and ask God, are you trying to elevate me? Are you trying to transform the way in which I run my platform? Are you trying to transform the way in which I show up? Are you trying to introduce me to different topics and things I could talk about? Because you've been doing this for a while. You very much so could be outgrowing talking about stuff like this, and that's okay too. That's okay too.
Right. It's because I'm honestly over talking about Potomac. I'm over it. I'm ready for it to be over with. I'm tired of talking about Potomac. And the only reason why I would have stopped a long time ago had it not been for everybody being like, no, we like your reviews on the show or this and that. It's like, okay, but then again, it's like it's just detrimental to me to keep talking about this. And when I say that, it's oh, he's crying on live about it. Bitch, it ain't about crying on live, bitch. It ain't about that. It's about me speaking on this perpetuation that you're trying to place on me. You're trying to say that I'm a colorist and you're trying to say that I hate black women. Like that's not
Right.
fair to me. Especially when I'm friends with a lot of black women. And I understand
But that's what. But why? So why does it get you outside of like the obvious? Like you're saying something that's not true. Why else does that trigger you so much?
because who wants that on them? Who wants that label on them? No one wants that on them.
But that's true. But the reality is, and I've learned this: you could walk a straight line and do everything "quote unquote" the right way, and people still gonna find a lie to tell on you.
Which is true.
And the people who are genuinely supposed to ride for you and stick with you on your journey called life, they ain't gonna believe that shit. And those that fold and believe it, fuck them.
That's definitely true.
Like honestly, like if you want to sit here and believe this and be manipulated by this, and you want to believe that this is really something part of my characteristic, you never knew me to begin with, and you don't deserve to know me moving forward. So bye.
Right. It's just I don't know. I guess like I said earlier, it's just that some things um just can trigger the hell out of me sometimes. It's just like I just like I said, it's just like okay, if I'm so colorist and if I'm so disrespectful to black people, why well black women? Why is most of my friends black women? And I feel like if any of y'all thought that I was disrespectful, y'all wouldn't be fucking with me at all. If you
Right.
felt like I was just a disrespectful man that hates women. If I'm so colorist and all of this other stuff, um, why, or even in just black women, period. Most of my audience is black women. The mass majority of my audience, 90%, as I look at my demographics, are women. And I honestly feel as though if I was a woman hater, none of these women would be watching my shit.
Right.
None of them.
Like
So
I
that's
said,
what
they
burns
do
me
the
up
same
about.
thing to Funky Dineva. The same thing.
Yeah, that's what really burns me up about the whole situation. Because again, but I'm not the only person that they named. They said the same thing about Color Me Pink in that same tweet. They said the same thing about Ashley Miller in that same tweet. They even named Check Funky Dineva, like you just said, in that same tweet. They said that about all of us. So, you know, it's just that I saw it and I wasn't trying. I wasn't looking for that shit. It just popped up on my timeline, and I seen it, and I'm like, oh no, bitch, they are not gonna say my name and put me in that box. Like they are not about to do that. Like I was supposed to be getting up on the Pizza Hut. Cause I wanted some pizza and wings, and then I see that shit. Now I gotta get. Now I feel like I gotta get on live and explain my damn self yet again. After this live, I'm not doing that shit no more. It is what
Well,
it is.
how much traction did the tweet catch?
Not none.
Okay,
Nobody
so
see this
fuck
shit. Don't nobody
'em.
even know who the fuck that is.
Let me
So
tell you something. And you know this because I remember calling you crying. What was that? Last year? Shit, this year went by quick. Um, when I was going through my stuff on YouTube and people were doxing me and doing all types of stuff, releasing text messages and whatnot. You just gotta you
say that one.
gotta can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got lost because I had got a text
Um,
message.
I
Say it
was
again.
saying that I remember calling you crying when I had like my situation on YouTube with people doxing and doing all of that stuff. You gotta look when situations like this is happening, you gotta find a positive and build from that. You gotta
Right.
ask yourself, what is something that I could take away from this situation that's positive and then just build from that. It's easier said than done. It don't happen overnight. But when you look back 6 months from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, you'll be happy that you chose to take that road as opposed to constantly dwelling in negativity and letting it affect you.
That's true. And you know what? Somebody else just I guess someone was tagged in that damn. I'm not even gonna respond because see, I was really gonna go back and forth with this bitch, but I'm not gonna do it. But because I've had enough today. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with nobody today. Because I think that's what kind of knocked me out. Because I had got a notification on Twitter saying, "How about you stop calling black women bitches and hoes and find new words in the encyclopedia?" Child, fuck you.
They
I'm not
must be new to your channel.
very much so because child, bye. Hey, much love. But oops. But yeah, child, it's crazy.
But I
Oh,
hope you're feeling better now that you had your conversations and stuff.
I feel much better. Hold on, wait a minute. But yeah, I just made a tweet saying I wasn't gonna go back and forth with nobody else. It's over with today. I'm not gonna keep
And
doing it.
it's crazy. I wonder what's going on in the air because the Scorpion show caught some backlash too.
Oh God, for what?
Because what was the top Beyonce and the Ivy Park and the blackfishing.
Oh God.
And they was basically coming from Mikkel because Beyonce, that's his mother.
Yeah.
And that's just Mikkel's thing. Like he's always gonna defend her. It ain't to like whatever. Like I'm a original day one Scorpion show fan, so it don't bother me. But they went in the comments and somebody left a comment like, All of y'all need to unsubscribe and go subscribe to this YouTuber. And Kevin Kevin responded to the comment.
You can continue. My mother just on the phone. Continue.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But Kevin had responded to the comment, and child, it was just a mess. The YouTuber even was on Twitter like, don't put me in that mess. People just be trying to start and kick shit up. And I could appreciate the content creators that are grown enough to not feed into it.
I'm done, child. Like they can keep on saying whatever it is they want to say, but it is what it is. Like people kill me though. It's just that people think they know you for just a 15-minute video. They don't know shit about me.
And that's why I've learned so many lessons from my Live with Leah show days. I move so different when it comes to this whole YouTube stratosphere personality shit. I can't be bothered. My peace of mind is the first priority. And the minute I feel like that shit is being jeopardized, I eject myself from the situation to divest and move on.
Yeah, child, and I didn't work myself up a fucking appetite at this point. I'm getting hungrier and hungrier the more I sit here. But it is what it is, child. Like I'm not gonna keep. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with these bitches. Yes, I
Does
said.
this only happen under your Real Housewives of Potomac reviews?
Yes, that's the
So that's
only
that.
time.
So that's
The
that. So that's the answer to your thing. You may need to reconsider if you want to review that show next year. Or
yeah.
shit, you better make it expensive. If I was you, I would get a Patreon. Oh, y'all want to curse me out? Y'all gonna pay $5 a month.
Oh Jesus, you are a mess. Okay, like straight up a mess.
I'm serious though, because like Jamar said, Jamar's like he has a point. We don't have to get on here and do this.
We don't.
Like we're not doing we don't there's so many things, and you review a lot of shows, so it's like you don't have to review it.
And then on top of that, for me, it's like this. Like you say you've unsubscribed from me. Leave it at that. You ain't gotta keep talking about me if you unsubscribe. You must be hate watching on the side, still giving me a view. That must be what
Right.
you're doing. Because what they fail to realize is I get paid to do this review. I get paid to do this.
Right.
So whether you like it or not, I get paid to do this. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say, and if you don't like it, that's on you. So it is
Right.
what it is. I get paid to do this shit. While you sit, like if you want your opinion to be known so bad, how about you get up in front of a camera and do this same shit and see how easy it is to get attacked every goddamn day.
Yep. Yep.
Do that.
Especially the people that don't be having profile. Like it's so lovely to be in a fuckless state of mind.
I'm just saying they caught me at the right day today because I'm off work today. If I was at work, I never would have seen this. But I'm off work today, and I was just sitting back chilling, and I was tweeting, and I seen that pop up on my timeline, and before I knew it, I had to say something. But I did go back and forth with myself and was like, I shouldn't even say nothing back. I shouldn't even say
Yeah,
nothing.
I watched your video about the views dropping, and then I watched the K Michelle. And it's funny because I was gonna text you when she went off, and I was
Hmm.
gonna say your girl is going off, and then I got distracted and I never text you. And I
Yeah,
was
I
so
saw that.
surprised it took you this long, but I know you be working. I'm like, I'm surprised Scotty ain't talk about this. Yeah, he loved K
See,
Michelle.
See, the thing about that is, what day did I hear that? Because I heard that when I was leaving work. I heard that whole clubhouse conversation when I was leaving work. But
Mm-hmm.
that same day, I had to do my panel. So it
Mm-hmm.
was no way I was gonna be able to do that night because that panel was gonna be from 8 o'clock to whenever, because sometimes we talk for a long period of time. So it was gonna be from 8 o'clock to probably like 10. And I knew I had to
Mm-hmm.
up and go to work the very next morning at 6 in the morning, so I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do it. Then Tuesday I got home and went straight to sleep, woke up, ordered DoorDash, watched this LGBT web series that they asked me to review. And
Mm-hmm.
I watched that, did a video on that, and then took my ass to bed. This morning I said, well, let me go ahead and do these videos that I haven't done yet. That K Michelle and Mano shit was one of them. And then the other one was the whole Nene and the Housewives situation.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to do another video, but then it became this one because I saw stupid shit that I saw on Twitter with people thinking that they know me personally and they don't.
So do you think K Michelle gonna win her lawsuit?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard one
I
because
feel like if she can prove that it really has taken a toll on her, like emotional and mental health, which is what she stated in her video, she could get something. But Mano, I ain't saying he broke, but she had me cracking up when she said, "I'm suing you for every cent you don't have."
right, that was funny.
She said, "I'm gonna sue you for everything you don't."
Maybe she should get like a cease and desist so he won't talk about her at all.
Right. But because he bought it, like he has a podcast now, and it's like, why would you bring that back up again?
Mm-hmm.
This woman, like, she's no angel, but in that situation with Mano and Uncle Murder, they just be like, I'm going to the store to get some soda. Oh yeah, K Michelle boot stink. Like, what you bringing? Like, what? It
But
be
you know
random like that.
but you know what's really funny about that though is that these same, and I'm gonna keep saying it just to be a troll, these same bitches that sit up here and say that I hate black women and all this other stuff, I sit here and I defend this same black woman that had two black men going at her about her alleged vagina smell, which is
Right.
very degrading and disrespectful to a woman, which is way more degrading and disrespectful to a woman than someone calling them a bitch to me.
Right.
That's too much. I sit there and I defend this black woman, but y'all, on the other hand, because y'all hate this black woman, y'all don't give a fuck. But y'all
Right.
want to talk about me because I use the word bitch and all this other shit and say that I hate black women. But what do you hate them too? Because I was the same one that y'all called a woman hate. I'm the same one that was defending this woman
Right.
against these black men that's talking about her in a degrading way. If y'all want to say that I'm degrading women, y'all ain't never heard me talk about no woman pussy in the smell of it. You never heard me do.
Right. Yeah, but that comes back to like I said, the whole internet sensation thing where it's like people pick and choose. Oh, it's Monday, it's 68 degrees, cloudy with a chance of meatballs. You're a colorist. Like they don't be having no foundation to their statements or their arguments. They're just regurgitating the buzzword for today. Oh, it's colorist. Okay, you're a colorist. It's misogynist. Okay, you're a misogynist. It's narcissist. You're not like that's the internet for you. That's
Right.
the internet. Child, listen. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you go order your I mean, I don't know if you're done with your live stream.
no, I'm good because I can order this shit with my phone and then go pick it up. So that's why I'm not in a rush.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm glad that you mentioned it, though, because it's that shit is mind boggling to me. Like these people on the internet want to act like they straight feminists until it's someone that they don't fucking like. That's
Yeah,
all
it's always, but that's
I'm
how
like.
it always. That's why
Like
I'm
don't be like
divested.
like, don't be a fucking hypocrite, bitch. Like, straight up. Oh, ooh, I used the word again. Oh, I hate women all over again. I used the word again. Ooh. But, it's like, y'all want to, like, don't try to sit up here and try to put no label on me. Y'all want to be self proclaimed feminists when it's convenient for you motherfuckers. And that's just crazy to me because y'all want to say, let's defend black women, but it's only defend black women until it's someone that you motherfuckers can't stand.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Because
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't be passionate or don't really be caring or losing sleep about the shit that they give 180 characters to. Like, it's just, child.
It's crazy to me. I find that to be very much so hypocritical as fuck. Like, don't talk to me about not upholding black women when I do it all the time. I defend black women on the daily all the time. A lot of the times when I do videos, especially the Yes for the Mess videos, a lot of the times I'm defending a black woman. What about Megan Thee Stallion and how a lot of you bitches, since I hate the word, a lot of you bitches here taking his side when he shot her ass in the foot. A lot of
Right.
y'all taking his side in the situation. But I'm one of the ones that's taking up for her ass. But yet, okay, what about when Kate Michelle said that Myth Hicks beat her ass? Then what, a lot of y'all didn't even believe her.
That man beat my ass. I'm sorry. That clip where she curses Rashida out.
I know, child. I know,
When
but
she curses Rashida out, when she told Rashida to go down the street with that bullshit.
right. But I mean, that's just what I'm saying. Because you don't like a bitch, because you feel some type of way about a bitch, then it's like, okay, now your feminism is thrown out of the fucking window. Now that it's someone that you don't like or someone that you don't see it
Oh,
for.
I
If y'all won't
mean,
be feminists,
you
then be feminists for every fucking body.
we gonna talk later in the text message because that's what I initially came on here to talk about. But I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna have a conversation with you in the text message
Girl.
because there was some hypocrisy on your panel earlier, and I couldn't
Oh,
take it
oh God.
for the
Jesus.
life of me. I can't. I just really wish people would practice what they preach, and I understand that nobody's perfect. We all have moments where we go to lows and do shit that's just like disgusting and whatever the case may be. And you can learn from that and bounce back and take full accountability. But I feel like when you don't take accountability for that and you're supposed to be a grown woman and you're always preaching about accountability and respect and agree to disagree and perspective, but mm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just
I just think that this whole, I hate that this show, per se, I'm just going to bring it back to what it's originally about, then I'm just going to let it go after this. But I just hate how this show has created this toxic ass, divisive stance when it comes down to this situation. I just feel like it's divisive, it's toxic, it causes people to go to certain levels where it shouldn't go, where y'all are now questioning the person's character because of their opinion on another individual. You know what I mean? And now it's because Scotty called a woman a bitch in his video, so now we got to protect all black women. But in the same breath, you
but
don't
that's
protect.
because a lot of people project. Like I've been guilty of that, right?
Hmm.
When that Nicki and Cardi situation happened and Cardi B threw the shoe, I did not agree with that. I feel like if you're a grown woman, on top of you being a grown woman, you're a mom, you raising a daughter yourself. We human, we all act out at times, but I'm never going, even if I can excuse someone's behavior and I can understand why someone reacts a certain way, for me, I'm not going to prop that behavior up on a pedestal and perpetuate a narrative to my audience or anybody that comes across it that this is okay. I'm not
Right,
going to do that. And I remember when that whole situation happened, I was the same way. Like, well, if you feel like Cardi B was right, then that says this about your character and it says that. And it really was not that deep. But when you in the midst of it, you don't see it that way until you get out of that neck of the woods, and then you can look back and be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
right,
so it's an eye for eye. In my Candy Bird's voice, we see each other. Like I get it. That doesn't make it right, but I always say, in efforts to understand people, we got to keep it real with ourselves. Like when somebody does something wrong to you, if you can recollect the time where you acted that way towards somebody else, it's easier to understand their motive, and it makes it easier for you not to take it so personal.
And that's how I felt when the whole situation happened with when they brought up the blogger that I don't know shit about. When Candace had wished death on him, and I said that it was wrong. I said that it was wrong because I have done that in the past and felt terrible after I did it. Because I felt that no matter what someone said to me, wishing death on them just never warranted in my eyes. So I did that because I was pissed the fuck off. So, because I had someone come in my comments and say all this reckless ass shit to me, like, and it'd be the same people all the time, and I be trying not to block people too much because I don't want people to feel like they don't have a right to say things. But sometimes when you open up the door for people to be able to say whatever they want, they do say whatever the fuck they want, regardless of how you feel about it. So they will come on my video all the time with bullshit. They'll come in, you this, you that. That's why Justin don't you. That's why he better than you. That's why this person is this. That's why this person that. That's why you do this. That's why you do that. That's why you can't keep a man when my relationship issues ain't got a goddamn thing to do with the basketball wives. But because you mad because I said that Evelyn is a racist, you want to get mad with me because of that. That's why you can't keep a man. What the fuck they got to do? And it's only so many times I can take it. And it caught me on the wrong day that day when
Right.
they said this whole thing about you should get raped and all this other shit. I was like, oh my God, you not dead yet? That's what I
Right.
said. And after I said it, I said, you know what? That was wrong. I'm like, you know what? That's wrong. Let me just let me
He
let
said,
me
"You know
take
what?" I
that
was
back.
like, "That was wrong."
That was
You think?
wrong. And I deleted the comment and I felt terrible after that because that ain't even me. I don't do that. But I'm like, that was I was so wrong for that. Let me take that back. And that's why when it was said that Candace wished death on the man, I'm like, nah, she was wrong for that. Because I did it. I did it and I was wrong for it when I did it. And I said I was wrong. So I mean, it's like you do things in response to what other people be doing, but it doesn't make it right all the time. It is. I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm one to own up to when I'm wrong for something. Like if I know I said or did something that was kind of fucked up, then you know it is what
I
it
mean,
is.
we
But like
all
I
done
said, I
said
don't
and
know
did
nothing
some fucked
about
up
the
shit.
blogger.
We
Yeah,
all
that's
done said.
why when people talking about the blogger was vile and all of this stuff, I don't know nothing about the blogger. Don't follow the blogger. Don't know what he had said about Candace. Don't know what he did to Candace. All I know is that she said, "Why hasn't he dropped dead yet?" And the nigga died the next week. Now, granted, she didn't kill him. She didn't kill him. She didn't put him in the grave. You know what I mean? But words are fucking powerful as hell. Like it's crazy how she just said, why haven't you dropped dead yet? And then the nigga dropped dead the next week. That ain't her fault. That ain't her doing. But it's
Oh
like, damn,
Lord.
like damn.
Maybe she
You
a
know what
voodoo
I
queen, child.
mean? You like that because I know if it was me and I said something like that to somebody and they died the next week, next day, whatever, I feel terrible. I'm like, damn. Now I just told this motherfucker to die. He just did it. Damn.
Mm.
I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for everybody. That's what I was saying when me and Erica were speaking that I see it from a different stance because I look at it from my own eyelids of what I would possibly do if I was in said situation. That's
Hmm.
how I review these shows. So
That's how everybody does for the most part.
yeah, so it's not the fact of I'm trying to justify anything because I haven't been, like I keep saying, I haven't been in no physical altercation in like 10 years. I haven't fought a soul in 10 years, and I don't plan on doing it at the age of 31. I have no intentions on fighting anybody at the age of 31.
Right.
Like I have things that I'm trying to do with my life, things that I'm working on. What people don't understand and what people don't realize is, and this is me closing out this entire conversation, what people don't
Hmm.
understand, what people don't realize is that I am on a journey where I'm about to start where I've been chasing my dreams this whole year. And Aaliyah, just like Jamar, knows the things that I've gone through over the last year where
Right.
I had a situation where I broke up with a guy that didn't really mean me no good, whom I've forgiven months, like a year from now, well, a year from that situation, all is forgiven. We're cool. We even talk. So we're fine. I had a difficult relationship that ended. I was fucking homeless after, in the midst of all of this, living out of a hotel.
Right.
I've gone through a lot of things over the last year. And when this
Hmm.
year started off, I told Aaliyah, who's sitting up here with me right now, what me and Jamar were planning to do. And we have kept to what we planned to do. And now we are starting to see the fruits of our labor. We're starting to
Yeah, I
see our
know.
hard work going to different levels. And I can honestly say that at this point, I can be considered an up and coming media personality. Because you know what? These LGBT web series that we watch, they come to me wanting interviews now. There was a time nobody was looking at my ass to do shit. These web series that's out right now, they come to me for to because they want me to commentate on their show. There was a time where I was just doing it just because I wanted to, not because someone came to me and said, "I've been watching your work. I see how you move. I want you to talk about my show. I want you to promote my show. I want my cast to come to you for be the main person for interviews. I want to see this, whatever." And it's
Hmm.
led me into different situations, which I cannot talk about yet. Which I'm gonna tell Aaliyah though when she texts me, but I ain't telling y'all because I can't talk about it publicly right now until I know what's good. But other than that, like because I'm doing it, like I'm not interested in fighting with anyone. Like I'm not interested in doing it. Like I've walked away from many situations that could have been physical for the last couple of
Hmm.
years. I have not been
Hmm.
physical with anybody in 10 years. So that should say a lot on my end. I have not been physical with nobody. As reckless as my mouth can be, I'm surprised ain't nobody punched me in mine. But it is what it is. So, just because I'm seeing things from like a street smart, if that's what you want to say, point of view, that does not mean that I'm justifying it or overlooking the fact that it was a violent situation that occurred. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just telling you how things happen in the real world. And there are people out there that's dumb enough to put their hands on you. If you say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing. If you challenge a person to drag them, somebody just might drag your ass. That's why I stay away from conversations like that. Cause bitch, you ain't
Hmm.
gonna me. You are
Hmm.
not gonna drag me for real, for real. Like, like, nah. And sometimes you learn that when you growing up. I remember Terrence was on my live and he said, I remember when I was a little boy and I dared my brother to hit me. He said he dared his brother to hit him. He said, hit me. And the motherfucker
But I
hit him.
mean, I don't know. Like, I did tune in to watch the fight because everybody was talking about it. I don't know the backstory. I just feel like we adults. When you put alcohol in the mix and there's already underlying tension and you're in close proximity of people's physical space, that shit could go either which way. You can't bank or depend on someone's ability to be mature in that moment or be what you think is an adult in that moment to say, I'm going to antagonize you with words, but I'm expecting that you're not going to put your hands on me. Now, is it wrong if it escalates to that point and you are physically violated? Yes. But once again, you got to take accountability for what you did to trigger that person. Multiple
Yeah,
truths can coexist at once. Truth number one, you should not put your hands on people. Truth number two, I triggered this person, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally. And as a result, this person physically violated me. They both can coexist together.
I'm glad that someone sees that. Because that's all I've been trying to say this whole season. Like it's all wrong at the end of the day. Like it's all wrong at the end of it all. Like just like I've been saying, physical violence and verbal violence sometimes can go hand in hand. Sometimes, like it is what it is. So
But Candy Burris said that when they was on the reunion one year and I think this was after Portia and Kenya had that physical altercation, and Candy was like, I have a big thing with personal boundaries. Because once you step over that threshold and I could smell what you just had for dinner, you too close.
Right.
If there's alcohol in the atmosphere, that's going to heighten the situation. And if I already don't like you, it's a wrap.
Right.
And I'm speaking for myself right now. Like, I'm a you know me, I'm a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all of that.
All
Like,
of it.
I have a crazy Sagittarius energy in my chart with an Aries South Node. I'm very reactive. Have I learned to curb that because I'm a grown woman and you can't just go around hitting people? Yeah, but I used to be very, oh, you're close to my face after I'm telling you to back up. Okay, you're gonna catch these hands real quick.
Yeah, because I'm an Aquarius sun with a Taurus moon, Mars in Taurus, and one thing about it, when Taurus get upset, sometimes that bull is too
Yeah,
hard.
y'all snap. And your moon is in Taurus, and that's how you emotionally express yourself. Y'all snap. Like I was just telling my friend that the last fight I had was 2 to 3 years ago with my cousin in a hotel room, and I hit her with an alarm clock. Not my fondest moment, but you
What?
know, yeah.
Girl, why you hit her with a girl?
Cause I'm she had it coming though. She had it coming.
That,
She had it coming for a while. And the crazy thing is, when that happened, everybody was like, well, we expect you to always take the high road. Yeah, I know. That's why I got low with her ass, so she could know at any given time I will come down off my high road and get low in the mud with your ass and beat your ass.
oh my God, I
But
cannot.
now, jump ahead 2.5 to 3 years later, if I know that you have that ability to trigger me or it's possible, I just won't be around you. I just will disengage and divest because my peace is more than an argument, being right, stroking my, like, I don't have time for it.
Yeah, because it's only so much I can take though. Like, when it comes down to it, for me, it's like I can ignore you all day. I swear I'm a master at ignoring people, especially when I don't fucking like you and I don't fuck with you at all. I can really pretend like you're not in my peripheral at all. But bitch, listen, when you start tit tapping on that nerve, and you see me trying to walk away from you, and you want to keep poking and keep saying shit, and sometimes when people be like in situations where it's verbal and you try to ignore them, sometimes people will try to say things to cut you just to
But
get
that's
a
the thing with
reaction.
these reality shows. I can't even, like, I think the only show that I'm still invested in and I'm waiting to come back to see what they're gonna give is
Married to
Married to
Medicine.
Medicine. You know that's my show.
Married to Medicine.
Because
Uh-huh.
I'm over it. Like, me going on my spiritual journey, it has put me in a space where I don't even want to see black women behave in that way. And I think that's why I was never attracted to Real Housewives of Potomac, because I know everybody's like, oh, girl, they read down, they get each other together. But we're so much more than just that. We're so much more than that. That's why that whole thing with Nene Leakes when she was doing the read, it's like, you want to put together a show and this is the only thing that you could come up with is you and a bunch of men from the gay community reading and trading insults.
Right.
Like, people are growing up. You have to understand, like you said, this show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, has been on for 14 years. 14 years ago, I was what, 10, 11?
I was 19 or 20.
So people naturally, as we're growing and evolving, we're naturally going to outgrow finding this stuff entertaining to begin with. So it's a process. I'm already kind of outgrowing watching the show and finding this entertaining. And then you think I'm going to sit here and argue and trade insults with you in my comment section and on social media about this show? Hell no.
I know, and I have really been trying not to focus on the comments at all because I already got a bad rep with this shit already. It's like, oh, Scotty is nasty in the comments to his subscribers. He's this, he's that. Do y'all ever see what the fuck these people be saying to me? Do you not see what some of these people be saying to me in light of their opinion? They don't just put their opinion up there. They talk at you like you're their child or something like that. Bitch, I'm 31. Ain't nobody finna talk to me like I'm their fucking child. I know I may look like I'm a little ass boy, but I'm 31 years old. Ain't nobody finna talk to me crazy like that, period. No one. No one. Some shit that people be saying is triggering sometimes. They get very fucking disrespectful, but don't expect me to do the same. And I always say you can disagree all day. I'm not mad with you because you don't agree with me. I'm mad because you're disrespecting me, bitch. That's when I'm mad. Ugh, baby, it's crazy. But I do feel like I've come a long damn way mentally. You should know that, being that not only are you my friend, but you were my spiritual advisor and all that other stuff. So you should know that it's a process. I'm really trying. I'm trying to be a better me. I'm trying. It's a process.
I get
Sometimes,
it. You listen, I get it.
sometimes,
Like I said.
what Tammy said on Basketball Wives when she was talking about Evelyn, she was like in the confessional, she was like this. I think I remember it verbatim. She said, "I'm tired of people trying to downplay the work that I've done with myself. You want me to be that same bitch, and sometimes I give you her. That's how I feel."
I listen.
I gotta say that sometimes. I'm gonna say that in some of my videos. I'm gonna be like, "You want me to be that same bitch," and sometimes, unfortunately, I give you him. That's how I
Right.
feel. Sometimes I feel like I give them like, because sometimes I have to check back. I be really disappointed in myself sometimes, like because I feel like I've done a lot of work on myself that I don't need to respond to everything that ticks me off or everybody that fucks with me. Because I'm telling you, just like this, like I told you earlier, this I think I did tell you about this. You know, I had a cousin that's transitioning right now, and they pissed me off so bad. They violated me and disrespected me so hard while they were sitting in a wheelchair. If this was Scotty of yesteryear, Scotty would not have given a fuck about your leg being propped up after getting your ass beat by somebody and knocked your ass out of that wheel, flip that shit over and continue to beat your ass. That's what Scotty of yesteryear would have done. But I did not. I walked away. Wanting to beat your ass. But I didn't.
Well, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm about to cook. I'm gonna text you right now.
Okay, I just ordered my pizza anyway, so I know I'm gonna get off of here in a minute. So,
All right, I'm
but
gonna text you.
thank you for coming up here, though.
Of course. And hello, thank you everybody in the chat.
All right, I'll be waiting on your text.
All right, boo.
All right, but yeah, that is it for today. I actually feel better than I did when I first got on here. It's just that y'all gotta understand how what type of person I am. Like I don't. It's not that I care about what people think of me because I really don't. It's just that when people put false narratives on me, it becomes an issue. Like I know I'm not a colorist. I know I'm not a woman hater. I know I'm not any of those things. Now, there could be a situation where I'm willing to have a conversation with people about said things that I may not understand. I don't understand colorism, which I admitted early on in my life. I don't understand colorism, so that's why it may look like I'm brushing it off. I don't understand it. So you can expect me to see it the same way you do. I don't understand colorism. So it is what it is. So it's like that's why I'm willing to have a panel about colorism and physical violence and have a mature conversation about said thing. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to have five other people up here with me so we can have a mature conversation about colorism and anything in regards to this. Because as much as I can't stand Housewives of Potomac right now, they have opened up a dialogue and certain conversations for us to have. So instead of us hating on each other and trying to divide other YouTubers like some of you bitches do. Not y'all in the comment section, but these bitches that I've been running across on Twitter and everything else. Yes, I'm saying the word bitches since you don't like it. These bitches around here that be doing that. It does open up a conversations that can be had about certain things like this. And I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do it. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I don't really know who all I want to choose for this. But you know, I'm willing to do it though. I have certain people in mind that I would want to have this conversation with. I do. I know Erica is one of them. I think Janie is another one of them. But I don't know who else I would want to bring up here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to choose wisely. Try to choose it wisely and see what I'm gonna do. I would love for much love to be up here for this. But I don't know now. She gotta let me know if she will be willing to do it though. I would love to have much love up here, cause I haven't had her on my platform in a while. I mean, well, yet. So I would love for her to come up here and talk about it. Like, I think Beloved Beauty TV said she wanted to be a part of it, so I let her be a part of it. She is an up and coming YouTuber as well, so I don't mind having her a part of it. Like, for people to say how horrible I am as a person, I sit up here and I open my platform up to smaller YouTubers and other YouTubers as well that probably won't ever be seen. But people say I'm horrible. Child. I keep showing people that I'm not this horrible person. They try to make me upset. But however, it's like the more I sit up here, the more my stomach is getting sunk in because I'm hungry as fuck. How many more minutes do I need before I go up there and pick up my shit? Oh shit, my pizza will be ready in 4 minutes. Let me get the fuck up off of here, y'all. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. This was a very much so impromptu. I was not intending on going live at all tonight. But yeah. Okay, much love said we will talk about it. Okay, that's fine. Um, you know, um, yeah. So, I did not expect to be on here for 3 hours at all, but I did anyway. I never expected to be on here that long today, but I was. Okay. Thank you guys for enjoying the conversation between me and Erica. Thank you guys for calling in and giving y'all thoughts on everything like that. And y'all just gotta bear with me, okay? Like, I'm not used to this. There's a lot of things that's coming my way that's very positive, and it's coming from me doing YouTube, regardless of what people gotta say about it. That's where all these positive things are coming from because of my personality and what I'm doing from YouTube. So, as my Team Scotty supporters, I just need for you guys just to keep me grounded. Um, shit, if my mods see a comment in the comment section that may be demeaning or disrespectful to me, delete it before I get a chance to see it. Or if you want to drag their ass, go ahead and drag their motherfucking ass. I don't even give a fuck. Just get them off of my ass, because I have too much going on for me to be arguing with folks in the comment section. Let me make that my New Year's resolution, y'all. And I'm giving y'all the permission to do this, okay? So listen to what I'm saying, and I want to see y'all comments after I ask y'all to do this for me, okay? So be sure to either say what you gotta say, or just put a hand emoji up or whatever. This is what I need from y'all, okay? And I'm gonna say, starting in 2021, I'm gonna vow to not respond to negative comments this year. I don't want to be in the comment section arguing with anyone. I don't want to be in the comment section defending myself to anybody. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Now, if they catch me on the right day and I respond, y'all got the right to get me together in that comment. Now, who don't mind doing it? Either say what you got to say on it or just put your hand up like this. Anybody willing to do that? If you see me responding to any negative comment that can trigger the fuck out of me, get me together if you see me doing it. Get me together. I need y'all to get me the fuck together. Okay? I can't speak on the chat, but pre-recorded videos when I put them out there, you know. So let me know if y'all. So when I see a couple of responses, I'm gonna end this. Yeah, you right about that. Beyond Beautiful TV. I'm telling y'all got my permission for that. I swear y'all do. I'ma do that. That's if I. Okay, CC Freak, you right. Pin the comment and let y'all drag that. That's what I'm start doing. I'm just gonna. Whenever I see something that's disrespectful like that, I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna fucking pin it. I'm gonna let y'all take care of that. That's what's gonna happen. This is it. Okay, you guys. I love you guys. I thank you guys for watching. 100 people was in here, and I appreciate that. Be sure to be on the lookout for another episode of the Prelude tomorrow. You know, the Prelude normally would have been today, but we got to do it tomorrow. So the Prelude will be tomorrow at 9:45, 8:45 Central Time. We will be interviewing Chasing Atlanta's own Troy and Dominique. We'll be interviewing them, and we're gonna be getting down to the nitty gritty with those two. Okay, so be on the lookout for me and Jamar tomorrow. Um, Beloved Beauty, if you're still in here, be sure to DM me on Instagram so I can know where to find you and stuff, so I can reach out to you whenever it's time for me to do this panel, because I'm really thinking long and hard about this, and I think that it's important to have women up here instead of me being the only man. I'd rather have women up here to talk about this, give them the spotlight to talk about it. But I think Spilling All the Tea wanted to be a part of this too when I first mentioned it. So I'm gonna think about it long and hard. Think about the people that I want to choose for it. But I know Beloved Beauty TV requested that she be a part of it, and I think I'll let her do it. I just need her to DM me so I can know where to find her. That being said, you guys, my head is starting to kill me, and I'm gonna go get my pizza from Pizza Hut. So yeah, y'all like my Easy E shirt? Y'all like that? Shit, y'all like my Easy E shirt? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Love Easy. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Love my Team Scotty family. Love everybody that supports me, everybody that rocks me, everybody that watch me, everybody that share my shit, everybody that rock with me and my shit. I really do appreciate y'all. And I also want to say a collective fuck these bitches, since they don't like the word. Fuck these bitches, which I would want to say the people that just don't fuck with my shit, don't like my shit, want to unsubscribe every other day because I said something they don't like. Fuck them. We're only here for positivity and positivity only around this bitch. I love my Team Scotty subscribers, my Team Scotty family. All you guys are like a whole batch of cousins to me. Y'all get it popping, and I love y'all, okay? Y'all really hold a nigga down, for real, for real. Y'all see me through all my imperfections and any of my perfections. Y'all see me through all of that, and I do appreciate this shit. With that being said, y'all, I am out of here. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.